Welcome. What's up, Delta May? Hey, y'all. I didn't pass out, Nessa. I'm still here. How's everybody doing? This is a late night thing. I was getting lit, but I'm here to, let me move this back because I'm about to sit out. I have moved this to, well, anyway, listen, let's get into this, right? Because y'all been waiting a long time and it's late. Did anybody see? I'm going to watch the comments on, first of all, I want to give a shout out to Grandma Scary, right? And I also, hey there, Dana, what's going on? I want to give a shout out to Grandma Scary, and I also want to give a shout out to, oh, did y'all see the Fox Soul interview with Falynn? She made a bunch of interesting points. Shout out to Grandma Scary, and also shout out to Adana. Yeah, girl, this is sweat. This is tropical sweat. I'm trying to lower it so y'all can see the bra top so it doesn't look like I'm sitting here naked. But then if I do that, y'all can't see my face. So we'll just do this. Y'all hit the like button, y'all. Okay, let's get down to business. Let's talk about the post heard around the world. You guys know what it is. Falynn&Jaylan came out as a couple. Now, the wording Jaylan used was really odd in the Instagram post. However, she was just on Fox Soul, right? And I'm going to catch y'all up on what she said. But she was just on Fox Soul, and she actually said that is her boo thing and this and that. It was a short interview. They really didn't have a chance to go in or anything, right? It was a short interview, but it was what it was. The interviewer told us a couple of interesting things. I think the most interesting, right? Thank you, Grandma Scary. Thank you. Y'all hit the like button. There are 203 people in here and only 112 likes. Y'all know what I say on my channel. Do not Simon Gabodia me. Hit the like button. Smash that. So listen, here's what's going on. A couple interesting things she said. One, she said that her and Porsha, while they were not besties, she definitely felt some type of trust, meaning that the girl had been around her. Now, this is no secret because we saw on Instagram, we saw them hanging out. And she said that after filming Wrapped that day in September, right? After filming Wrapped, her and Porsha and Shamia and whoever else was filming went upstairs. They laughed, they kikied. Porsha took some of her clothes home. You know how you go with a new friend's house, like, oh girl, this is cute. And they're like, yeah, just take it and bring it back when you're done with it, right? So she went, she took clothes, they laughed. She said it was very interesting because Simon actually said a few things about Porsha that Falynn did not want to repeat on air, but I'm guessing they weren't too nice because why wouldn't you want to repeat it, right? He did say that Simon told her that Porsha got the Rolls Royce from his cousin. This is what Falynn said on air. Now, here's the thing, right? Falynn said that she had no idea that Simon and Porsha even interacted outside of the show. She actually said that Porsha texted her one time and was like, girl, I just saw you leave. Where are you going? And Falynn was like, girl, we're going to our club. Why don't you come with us? She met them at the club, and those are all the pictures you see on Instagram where Falyn's touching Porsha's knee and Porsha's sitting there looking like this, right? Yo, what's up? What's up, Lily? Y'all, Lily just started doing reviews on the right now she's on Real Housewives of Potomac. They're actually really funny. Follow her on Insta, the Red Lipstick Hustler. So, like I was, and also on YouTube to see her reviews, right? But on Insta, it has to swipe up. Anyway, that's where that infamous picture came from of Falynn putting her hand on Porsha's knee when Shamia's in the club and Porsha's looking like this. And it says, you know, everybody's making jokes like, I would hope to never touch the knee of my replacement, right? So she trusted Porsha enough to be around her man, and they hung out. They bonded. Were they besties? No. But when it comes to Porsha, what is a bestie? Because we know the way Porsha appears to treat Shamia. It could be editing. I don't know. I'm not with them day in and day out. Now, this was actually really interesting. Getting back to the one thing I thought was shocking was Falynn claimed on Fox Soul that Simon told her derogatory things about Porsha. What's up, Reggie? What's up? Oh, thank you. Yes, those views are up and stuck. Everybody give a shout out to Reggie. my OG Reggie Greg Blanchard, my OG, going to give him a like, and also follow him on Instagram. I don't know if I'm following you on Insta. I just started following people on Insta. Y'all know I'm late with all things technology related. But back to this thing about the, Reggie, you came just in time. We're talking about Falynn saying that Simon said derogatory things about Porsha to the extent that he even told her that Porsha slept with his cousin in order to get that Bentley. Now, I'm going to do a video about this, but the person that is allegedly giving Porsha that Bentley is a wealthy Nigerian businessman. Now, this was interesting because when I heard that, I shook my head and I said, if what Falynn is saying is true, then Simon's still lying. This man just lies. Because one of my supporters, I'll actually shout you out in the video when I make it, went as far as to point out Simon and her are from the same tribe, which I believe is the Benin tribe. The guy that allegedly, he's a wealthy Nigerian businessman, gave Porsha that Porsche is not from the same tribe. So the odds of them being cousins are like, they're zero. They are zero, right? So it's interesting that Simon actually said, yo, she was one that, sorry guys, I'm just trying to get comfortable. So it's interesting that Simon said that this was my cousin. Again, remember how I said that it appears that Simon is always trying to create the illusion of wealth, right? It's amazing, sorry. It's amazing. The door just started opening. It scared me. You know, I always think I'm about to be killed for some reason, like in some horror movie. And it's literally somebody just going to use the bathroom anyway, right? But again, he's always trying to create the illusion of wealth, even to the point of Falynn. Now, Falynn did say that, you know, she can't believe this is the person she's married. She's finding out all these new things about him. She can't believe. There's a lot about Simon she didn't know. And it's beginning to look like, judging from what I've been doing with my research, I'm going to get into that, and also what she said on Fox Soul, which Claudia did invite her back because there was a lot they didn't cover, and it sounded like, what's up, Tosh? How you doing? So glad I didn't fall asleep like the last time. Porsha was not vindicated. I'm a Falynn. Listen, y'all, when I said Porsha vindicated, I was just being sarcastic. Porsha is not vindicated at all. And we're going to get into why, right? At all. And you know what, let's just get into this. But let me just finish my point about Simon and the way he created illusions of wealth, even to the point of when Falynn was married to him, she said 2 years, he said 1.5 years. It was the truth is somewhere into the middle, right? She really doesn't seem like she really knew much about his business, much about where his money came from, and that she wasn't actually involved with the daily things. So when she says that she feared him coming after her, again, Simon creates the illusion of wealth, even trying to make it seem like his cousin was a wealthy Nigerian businessman from a different tribe that gave it to him. It makes no sense. It literally makes no sense. But there's a lot of stuff that doesn't make any sense. But let's talk about why Porsha, I took notes, so, you know, got my handy dandy notebook. This is my year. Yo, Donna Roberts, what's going on? Oh, thank you so much, Donna. Up in the stock. Thank you so much, right? Okay, so here's the thing, right? This is my year. I manifested it, and this is my year, and it's not even over. Okay, so listen, right? Here's what I want to say. I am doing a deep dive into this. So much information has come across my plate. One, from me investigating. Two, from people approaching me. But y'all know I don't like to just bring hearsay, right? Anything I actually bring to you guys as legit, I want to bring the receipts to you guys so you guys can make up your own mind. But you know, I just don't be like sitting there in the barbershop being like, what? Oh, I heard he's worth $1 million. Bitch, he might be. Y'all know I don't like doing that, right? But let me just tell you something with this whole thing. People are not who they appear. Nothing is as it appears in this situation. Y'all, the more I started diving into this, the more I was like, yo, this is really upside down land. It's almost like the plot of a movie. It's so odd, but when I say I'm tracing down every lead, and when I drop this video, it's going to be super, super on point. It is going to have actual things behind it. Again, but I just want to let you guys know, in this situation, suspend what you think. A lot of you guys, things are going the wrong way. That's not actually the truth. I'm telling you, everything is not what it seems, and what it actually is the truth. The truth is stranger than fiction. Now, here's the thing. Yes, who said it's like a soap opera? Dennis Boy said it's like a soap opera. It's really like a soap opera, and there's so many. Thank you, Nestor Casterna. Can you do the Rashida dance? Congratulations on channel. All right, I'll do that. All right. So listen, right now you know that Simon and Porsha are in Cancun, right? Listen, first of all, I want to give a shout out to the fact that sometimes bullying does work, right? They are now, you notice now, right? Listen, I find it odd that now that this is getting picked up, my story is getting picked up by mainstream news, right? I find it odd that now they want to come clean with the fact that you're chilling at Airbnbs, that you're doing rentals. And this is good because you ain't got to lie to kick it. But you know what I will say before we go on? Put it on, make him wanna marry me. Put it on, make him wanna marry me. This is point of view. This is Simon. Let me get my cigar. This is Simon, you know, in Cancun, mouth stinking like a cigar. His face, let me tell you something. Porsha must be playing the role of her life, because I was just trolling on the Instagram, doing my research, because you know I always do, right? I don't understand why people call it stalking. I call it investigative research and journalism, right? You put yourself out there, so now you're out there, right? We're gonna talk about it. But Simon's there with his breath stinking, because you know he got the cigar, and you know he got the tequila, double yuck, and you know he's 60 years old. So when the saliva starts slowing down from old age, you know the mouth gets a little clammy, right? And, you know, so he got his cigar, he got his tequila, you know, they're staying at like cute little, you know, I think it's sweet that he like has Porsha staying at little $50 a night hotel room on Airbnb in Cancun, because you know ain't shit expensive in Cancun. And I think it's sweet that he said he worked all his life and he finally gets a chance to go places that we all went to when we were in our 20s. No shade to anybody, right? Thank you. Thank you, Tasha. I think it's very sweet that he has her in $50 hotel rooms. So, you know, they bragging about this is Bob Marley's condo. Yeah, girl, we could stay there for $150 a night on Airbnb. Like, it's not a historic place. What is you doing? But at least they're coming clean. So Simon's sitting there, point of view. Put it on and make it wanna marry me. Put it on and make it wanna marry me. And Porsha, love wins. I love you too, right? But let's get down into this, right? Because we actually need to talk about all of this. Listen, if you guys have gone to Simon's recent Instagram post, it actually lets us know a lot about what's going on, right? Here's the thing that people don't realize. Sometimes you literally do tell on yourself just by your, I'm typing in, just by your reactions. And I already knew this was going on, but I was just sitting there watching and be like, they wouldn't be this heavy-handed, right? Whoever is their PR agent and their PR department, because what they're doing right now, for all of you guys that don't know, they're doing damage control. Whoever is their PR agent, they need to get a new one, because it's too, right? It's too heavy-handed, right? So again, he posted an Instagram post that was actually very, very telling. Let's see, what'd you say? There are rich Gabadias in oil in Nigeria, but Simon has no relation. He's trying to say, listen, Simon, let me tell y'all something out the words of Simon. First of all, when Simon came to the scene, and with Falynn, they both had their backstories for Real Housewives of Atlanta. They both did. Out of the blue, without anybody asking, right? Out of the blue, without anybody asking, they literally, Simon was the one that said he was worth 40 billion. Simon was the one that said he came from a rich Nigerian oil company. Simon, thank you. Thank you, Reggie. Simon was the one that said he came from a rich Nigerian oil family. Simon was the one that said that his money came from Simcoe Petroleum, which literally got legalized to do business in the U.S. in 2019, 2020 from being in arrears and hadn't done. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Carolyn. Simon was the one that said he had luxury properties everywhere. Simon was the one fronting like he owned that jet. Simon was the one that was in our faces. He was also the one that was bragging. Simon was the one that was stunting on Instagram. And Simon was the one popping off in Wendy Williams' face and everybody else's face that even implied he wasn't doing it, big things, right? Like, Every time I hear Simon, see Simon Stetton, I think of Cash Money, Big Timers. Can't pay my rent, cause all my money's sent. But it's okay, cause I stay fly. That's what I hear when I think of Simon with that damn tequila bottle. And every time he would be on his chocolate jet, right, with the tequila bottle, I would just smile and shake my head saying, but you know what's a damn shame? When you leave, the pilot and the stewardess are running after you like, sir, you forgot your tequila. Oh, what's up, Sunday? This is Investigative Journal. What's up, Sunday? Y'all, Sunday Omni, her channel is doing exposés about Simon all the time. If you are interested, I don't really cover like the personal side when it comes to his wives and his marriages and this and that, but there is a whole backstory. If you guys are interested about knowing it, please go on and Sunday Omni, Omony, Sunday Omni, her channel. She does all that stuff. Go on and take a look. I think you might find it interesting. I watch her channel. You know, I know I'm always working on YouTube. What's up? Oh, Mosa Flair. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Y'all, there are 620 people in this chat. Do not, Simon Gabadia me. Smash that like button. Come on, y'all, hit the like button because you know your girl wants to do this full time. I know y'all think I'm always on vacation. I know y'all think I'm always on vacation, but I'm not on vacation. This is just what I do. I travel all around all the time with my boyfriend, and YouTube allows me to do that. All jokes, let me shut up. But okay, so listen, right? Yeah, we're a big fan of Sunday Omni, and she's so sweet. She has the most soothing voice too. So go ahead and give her a check out. And like her stuff is real. Listen, go to Sunday Omni's. Oops. It just reminded me to plug in my phone because y'all know if this live went dead. Y'all know I'm good for a live going dead. I literally just got coverage. I don't want my live to go dead. Okay, so listen, right? Okay, so let me get back to this, right? So let me just do the setup. Simon's the one that came. How do we know this? Because all the sites that it popped up with Simon Gabodia's net worth, he was never a celebrity. They all popped up at the same time. They're all through the same company that if you pay them, they post up, right? They're all through the same parent company. So when you see, obviously you paid, and you guys can all do this, right? You paid to put a false narrative of yourself out. Now, here's the thing. I'm saying it's false based on what I've seen from his Instagram post and from his most recent post, right? But you put this narrative out that you're worth 40 million. You put this narrative out that you came from a wealthy oil family. You put this narrative out that you're doing all these big things. And you did it in the most pompous, arrogant way when Wendy said hut living, which I'm not defending Wendy because that was a xenophobic statement, but outside of that, you clap back to put you in the place. He's very quick to put anybody in their place about when it comes to his money. Also, let's not forget, he changed his Instagram to public figure. He literally went after his ex-wife viciously. I don't understand why everybody keeps forgetting this. He is not somebody just like, oh, please. No cameras, no cameras. He is thirsty. He made a jump for fame. I'm not even shaming him for being thirsty and making a jump for fame. What I'm saying is, if you are going on Real Housewives of Atlanta and you are saying you are a millionaire and you're saying you're all the stuff, what is the truth? Now, the thing is, his newest thing that you see is he's trying to rebrand. Now he's trying to act like, and Porsha is not innocent in this either. Now he's trying to act like he's being harassed. He was the one that put up a thing saying, yo, 75K, come on, I want to see anybody say this and that. You notice he's been silent and turned the comments off on that post. I ain't never seen that money, and I'm never going to see a response to it either, right? But my whole point is, Porsha is culpable in this too, because in his newest post, and I have to show you guys, hold on. His newest post, they are now trying to change the narrative. They are now trying to change the narrative. They're now trying to change the narrative to, hold on, y'all. I just have to pull up this post. They're now trying to change the narrative to Simon's not literally actually a wealthy person. Simon for now has changed it to he's now admitting that he's been a hardworking employee for 25 years and just recently has made the jump to be an entrepreneur. And now he never had this time in his 20s, 30s, 40s, or 50s to actually live this life and bring all his kids on vacation. And now he can have his kids on vacation. We're going to talk about the kids in a second because I do think that's a little bit gross what they are doing with the kids. But now all of a sudden you're doing this. Listen, Ninja, we already knew that you didn't have anything. We could look at your Instagram. We could look at the history. We could look at who you were before Falynn. Spoiler alert, no one. Listen, I know how Simon got his money. I'm going to bring receipts and actually bring somebody on the record to actually talk about it, to actually protect the things. But what I'm saying is you don't get points. You don't get points for telling the truth after everybody caught you in a lie and after you fought everybody for it being a lie. Nigga, we knew you were lying. We knew. Now you're coming out. I just want to say that I've worked very hard. I just want to say that I've worked very hard after 25 years and I'm finally in a position. No shit, we knew, we said it. The expose is going. But what they're trying to do is change the narrative. I'm telling y'all what happened. The PR people, because when my expose started going viral, right? They literally stopped posting for a minute. The PR company was like, yo, you need to roll this back, right? You need to be a little trouble or a little honest or start changing the narrative. Now, if you look at his Instagram post, he went from being a $40 million son of wealthy Nigerian oil things. You guys, it's not me making this up. It's all over the internet. And please don't tell me that a bunch of people went from foreign countries and from the Indian posting mills and the Instagram workforce things, that they went and got the same narrative. They all researched the same false information that does not exist, and put that up on the internet and said, this is who Simon Gabodi is. Y'all, Simon paid for that. And if you guys want to I can put up a fake profile for Tattle Tells right the hell now, saying that I am the illegitimate daughter of Princess Diana, that I come hail from Ethiopian and Kenyan royalty. I can put, and that I am worth 160 million, right? We can all do that. The proof is there. You know how people love to threaten and be like, oh, I'm going to send out cease and desist. I'm going to send out cease and desist. But the thing is, the biggest defense to cease and desist is the truth. And the one thing that scammers don't like is when you come and you're just like, this is the truth. And they're just like, I'm going to sue you. Discovery's a bitch. Let's go. Because I get to prove that I'm also telling the truth. Do you see what I'm saying? And when I say me, I'm not saying me personally. Everybody gets, right? So when it comes to those pages, it is very, very easy to trace IP addresses. And listen, people think that they're slick with making IP addresses when they post stuff on the internet. Y'all, I'm telling you, that stuff is so easily traced. And when it comes to discovery, Google will give that shit up. You can tell when it was made. You can also tell whatever stuff was made, where that IP was located at the exact moment that they logged on and hit post. Y'all, those pages, right, with this narrative, and it's a false, lie, dumb narrative that Simon put out, he put out for himself, and they all got put out around the time that he was making that jump into Real Housewives. But here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. And you guys, I am telling you, there is more there, but you know I don't like hearsay, and I want to make sure I investigate everything and get confirmation on everything before I just start saying stuff, right? Because at the end of the day, I'm not trying to send police to anybody's doorstep. Listen, at the end of the day, this is fun. We're kikiing. I know I'm being intense right now, but that's because I hate when people say that I'm not factual, because there's one thing I pride myself on. It's my receipts. I bring good receipts, right? But here, oh, thank you, Kalina. Thank you. But let me get into this. But you guys, I just want to tell you that in the situation, you think you know where the smoke and mirrors are. There is so much more to the story you don't know, and I'm getting the receipts. But listen, what we are seeing right now is just the surface, right? There's more to this. I'm investigating in receipts. I know I keep doing this like this is a teaser, but it's good, right? Now, here's the thing, right? Let's talk about this, right? Simon, right? Simon said that he was worth 40 million. Now in his new Instagram post, in the first paragraph, I need to put it up, when he was like, let me just pull up this damn Instagram post, because again, with most people, and it's, oh, who's that? Thank you, Ebony J. Yo, I will say that I'm always the friend that people call when they have a doubt or when something's not right. And I'll go over to the couch. We'll order Deliveroo or Glovo or Grubhub, depending on what country we're in, and be like, pull that shit up. Let me see, right? And listen, a lot of people, like I was watching Kempire Deli, and he was like, Tisa, you took so much time doing this. I'll have to know. I know it seems like I did this shit over a month or weeks. Y'all, this was literally, I had business, and in that business, I had a bunch of dead time. It was literally over the course of 3 days, but I think I gave like 4 or 5 hours to each day. So you're right, I am curious. That's the way my mind works. But yeah, I am that person. My girlfriends call me over, and I'd be like, pass that shit. Let me see that phone, right? And we'd just be on the feed, and I'd be like, yeah, we got him. Pull it up. Now go back to that one girl's page. Yeah. No. Go back to December. Yeah, bitch, we got them. We got them right there in the corner, right there. You see that tail light? You see that tail light? That's a 2000 big body Benz, and you see the little rim? That's him. We got him. We got an ID. That's me with my girlfriends, right? That's me with my girlfriends, right? But let me pull up this post that Simon said. So y'all we can actually walk through this, because this is really important, y'all. This is really important. It tells you the type of person that you're dealing with. It tells you the type of person you're dealing with. It tells you their psyche, and it also tells you where they're going, because you guys, also, the affair is real. The slimy is real, but, right? But at the end of the day, the affair is real, the sliminess is real, but also at the end of the day, it lets you know what their game plan is, right? Right? Wait, I got Simon by talking to Falynn. What you mean? So anyway, I don't know what that means. Okay, I haven't talked to Falynn. If anybody would like to put me in touch with Falynn, I would love to have her on and have a conversation with her. I really would, because I have a lot of questions that I would like to get her opinion on. You know, I am a big believer in asking questions that I already know the answer to, because I want to see what everybody else is going to say. Sometimes you discover stuff and sometimes things are confirmed, but I usually always ask questions that I already know the answers to, okay? So Simon said on his post, right, and I would show the post, but he's posting his kids, right? And they're doing this for filming, y'all, which I think. He posted a picture of his daughter and Porsha's daughter, and they were hugged up, and Porsha responded, oh my God, my two loves. Again, I get it. They're just throwing that word around. If we believe that your timeline is true, and we all know that it's a lie, but let's just say we're going by that truth. You know, again, you got engaged in a month, supposedly. You've known this little girl, maybe you've seen her a handful of times, and now you're talking about love. Of course, it's your stepdaughter. You're going to have love for her. But these people throw soulmate, they throw love, they throw everything out. The words don't mean anything. But more importantly, I'm really side-eyeing Porsha Peach Juice Williams, because like Falynn actually mentioned on Fox Soul, Simon has no contact with Falynn's sons at all. He has not tried to reach out. He's not tried to say anything. Listen, you are literally letting your daughter get attached to a man that has proven one time, according to Sunday Omni, has proven one time, first marriage, second time, second marriage, third time, third marriage to Falynn. The first two, they were your own children, your oldest son and your oldest daughter, right? I believe they're adults now. But you have proven, without a doubt, that you will walk up, pack up, and leave and won't look back. If he is being a father to PJ and being good to PJ, great. I would expect PJ's a gorgeous little girl, right? Her mom is gorgeous and bubbly too. Great. I'm sure PJ deserves all that love. This is not about PJ. What I am saying is he has proven that when he is done with the mom, he is done with the kids too. He proved that with Falynn, so I would be very, very hesitant and very, very reticent to let somebody around me that I know that you will form these bonds, you will let kids get attached to, you will do the damn thing, and then you'll just walk out like that. Who's the dummy in that situation? The person that actually did that dumb shit, that gets up and walks out on the family, I'm not family, but on the kids and act like they were never anything, or the person that sees you do that to another woman's children, right? Sees you do it to another woman's person and then pushes their kid in front to bond with you like you're their new daddy. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? As much as I dragged Drew for that old daddy, new daddy shit, she made sure that Ralph actually was new daddy for all intents and purposes. I don't know what he was doing in Tampa, or even if that storyline was real, but I do know that he seemed like a very loving and caring father that was down for the kids. So who's the dummy in that situation? The person that walks out, or the person that pushes your kid when you see that they'll literally cut ties. But anyway, let's get to what Simon says. He says, I've always wanted to travel the world when I was a teenager, but I did not know at the time as I would need to first put myself through college. Simon has the worst grammar. I know he tries to talk eloquently. Anyway, whatever. He has the worst grammar, right? I did not, but I'm beginning to see also if what Falynn accused him of being a narcissist is true. Narcissists like to talk in very convoluted ways because they don't actually want you to get a real meaning, right? He said, what I did not know at the time was I would need to first put myself through college. So according to Sunday Omni and according to people that are very close to his first wife, he didn't put himself through college. The wife was the one with the money, and she was the one that did most of his financial support while he was going through college. Okay, so that's the first one, right? I would need to get a job, and after 25 years in the workplace, now you're admitting that you had a job. I thought you released all these statements saying you were worth 40 million and you were the thing. Do you see how they're trying to move the conversation away to, oh, Falynn&Jaylan were together. Okay, that's fine, but let's get back to your finances, because to me, the big shock was you live a pretend life. You live a fraud life. You are a fraud. And at first I was wondering, does Porsha know about it, right? Does Porsha know about it? Because let me just get through this, right? I did not know. I get a job for 25 years in the workplace. So you're 60 years old, 18 years. You got married when you were in your 20s. So that means that you are saying that you just worked a 9-to-5 job until you were 45, 50. Which no shit, nigga, we knew that. We saw, this is the crazy thing. We saw your Instagram page. I'm sure Wendy, before she said that dumb shit, saw his Instagram page. I'm sure anybody with half a brain was like, this nigga's lying. And anyway, all he does is vacation in Costa Rica, Cancun, and Jamaica. 3 of the cheapest places to vacation. Whenever you first go to college and all your friends are pulling money, it's like, where are we going? Well, oh, and the DR, right? And the DR. Well, we can go to the DR, we can go to Costa Rica, we can go to Jamaica, or we can go. No shade to doing that. We all did it, but you know how those first vacations are. Nobody, Oh, thank you, Sunday Omni. Y'all, check out Sunday's videos, the first, second, and third ones. You'll see. Thank you, Sunday. You're sharing the truth according to credible sources close to Simon. Listen, check out Sunday's videos. Make your own mind up of what I'm saying. But she breaks down his personal life, the things between his wife, kid, all that stuff. Everything personal, like really, really deep personal, Sunday actually gets into. I'm just focusing on the fake life and also this sham that they're running, right? The whole point is, right, let's get back. I know everybody's like, you keep going off subject, but y'all gonna have to keep following me down this yellow brick road. So, also there's 823 people in this chat. Y'all, why are y'all trying to Simon Gabodia me? It's 3:38. If y'all want me to continue, I only have 338 likes. If y'all want me to continue this train of thought before I break off another one, hit that like button. Put it on and make me wanna marry me. Put it on and make me wanna marry me. This is Simon with Porsha. Put it on and make me wanna marry me. Put it on. And why Simon? He does not have the face for television. I know the makeup artists for Real Housewives of Atlanta are looking like, oy vey, what are we gonna do with this? And Simon, for someone that is not conventional, I'll be generous, he is not conventionally attractive. He loves posing like this in the camera. He loves putting the camera under his nose and me mugging in the camera. But the thing is, the gag is, I get it. That used to be like boss energy, where like I'm so rich, my money makes me good looking. I'm so rich, but the thing is, Simon, the gag's on you. We know you're not so rich, so now you just me mugging in the camera, just in the camera like, I've had many ups, I've had downs, and I have quite a few more ups and downs to go. I know, because you're talking about you invested in a $2 billion fund. In a thing, you're talking about you invested in a $2 billion fund that may go public for $2 billion in 1 to 4 years. For anybody that knows anything about the stock market, and you guys are in luck, I do, right? That post he put up about Heligen or whatever, he literally described what investing in the stock market is. And he literally said to say one thing, you can't promise what anything's gonna do. And the fact it might go public in 1 to 4 years. And also when you look at the SPAC, right? There's SPAC energies, the specific type of SPAC energy that he may or may not, I'm thinking may not, but he may or may not have invested in. Bill Gates dropped a gang of money in there. I think he dropped maybe, I don't know. He dropped like 126 million up to 1 billion depending on, but Bill Gates is very, very quiet about what he invests in, right? But it has not gone public. Do you know why it's so unstable? Because SPAC has never been viable. This company is trying to take it and make it viable, but in the whole time that energy technology has existed, the reason why it hasn't blown up is they haven't found a way to make it viable. They haven't found a way to actually make it turn a profit. They're hoping they found a new way to make it a profit, but it's still uncertain. That's why they haven't gone public. So what that 2 billion valuation that Simon actually posted, the same way I posted in Bitcoin, right? I got my Bitcoin up, so I guess I'm part of a $126 billion fund. But when he posted that, the reason why when it goes public, it's estimated because of that technology doesn't work, it's never going to go public. And even if it does go public, you know how it is investing. We all have 401. I don't understand why I feel like Simon, that's why he's always in the club. That's why he always has his tequila. I feel like he's around very young-minded people that, don't get me wrong, when I was 20, to see somebody with a $1,200 bottle of tequila or 60, yeah, that would impress me when I was 20 because I just got off of my mom's couch, my mom and dad's house and whatnot. So I'm just like, I thought like eating Pop-Tarts and strawberry milk was doing it big on my parents' couch, right? But as I got older, I saw, okay, you might have that bottle, but what are you doing with your life? Like what big things are going? He talks to people that never invested anything, that do not know entrepreneurs, that don't actually literally invest in startup funds themselves. That $2 billion is estimated that everything works. Right now, if you actually Google that company, I think it's Heligen or whatever, if you Google it, there's a lot of analysis. It's just like, yo, don't invest yet. It's not a sure shot. And even then, if you invest, how much of that pot is going to be yours? Let's be serious. But I got dressed, right? Listen, thank you, Moriar. Thank you. Listen, but I honestly digress because let me get back on point to the bullshit. So he said, to get a job, and after 21 years in the workplace, I became an entrepreneur and raised a blended family. Today, I'm able to travel the world with my children in tow. So he's now trying to roll back the clock and have us ignore that he lied about everything. Even quiet as it's kept, what his actual real name was, right? Because is Simon his actual real legal name, or is that just a name he adopted? And Iore, right? Iore, I think that's the way you pronounce his name, technically, is his actual first name, and he just got Simon as his American name, right? But my whole point is, now you're trying to backtrack on this whole false narrative you came, being loud and strong and playing people, offering $75K for anybody that lets me know when you know that your bank account is going to go on overdraft maybe if you give that $75K. And if you got it like that, you saw my video, pass that shit over and pay me my due. And this can all go away, right? This can all go away because at the end of the day, you said you wanted evidence and here it is, right? But here's the thing, right? Yeah, exactly. Who said that? Jen Canu said, I'm Jamaican, I'm flossing like a baller. I'm headed to St. Bart's to Turks and Cows, and he's hopping up. Exactly. For anyone that's actually traveled, don't get me wrong, nothing wrong with Cancun, this and that. If I had to take my whole family and I was paying, you best believe we're going to be in the damn Dominican Republic, right? However, once you reach a certain age, you're going to the Maldives, you're going to Bali, you're going through Southeast Asia, you're going to Seychelles, you're going to St. Bart's, you're going to Cannes, or at the very least, are you going to go to any of your overseas properties? And I know that Costa Rica place, you're like, oh, it's a rental. Yeah, but it can also be a short-term rental too. But let's get back into this. Simon is now, through his Instagram post, trying to change the narrative. He's trying to roll it back because they're literally taping for Real Housewives of Atlanta, and they know that people are going to start looking, and that story's hitting mainstream. So now he's trying to rewrite the narrative that he's just a poor working guy, and just now he just came into this money. We know he just came into his money, but here's the thing, and when that money is not deep. That money is not deep. In the same way somebody could get a wire transfer that wasn't meant for you and you don't get the wire transfer back and you use that to literally lure in big fish. Listen, investment firms do it all the time. You literally spend money to make money. But the thing is, when you're 20, you think because somebody has a $1,200 bottle of tequila, they have something from it. Now, the thing is, I was always wondering, does Porsha know? But Porsha is complicit in this too. Because think about it. Porsha also helped push that fake narrative. Remember, she said that they were going to have a wedding in Atlanta, another wedding that's a traditional ceremony in America, and then they're going to have another wedding at one of the properties overseas. Where's the properties overseas? Do we see any properties overseas in Falyn's Instagram? And she was married for 2 years to him. I'm being serious. Especially, I think she said it was going to be in the Nigerian mansion. She said this shit. Porsha actually helped push the narrative forward that Simon was fabulously wealthy. Why would she do that? Why would she do that? 2 reasons. One, she either believed it, or two. Let's not forget that Porsha is a reality TV star. Let's not forget that as much as she accused Kenya and everybody else of renting boyfriends, faking this, doing this and that, Porsha's been the person every season that struggled to get a man stand beside her. The last time she had a man standing beside her was with Cordell. And you saw what happened. As soon as the shit wrapped up for the second season, he served her divorce papers. And oddly enough, I am doing a little research on that as to why she got nothing in the divorce settlement at all. And please don't tell me it's because she wanted to take the higher road and do some Fallon shit and be like, no, I don't need the money. Because we all know that Porsha and Miss Diane, they're about their paper, right? But my whole point is Porsha helped push this narrative along. She literally Tweety Bird said Simon looks like somebody's butler. No, he don't. Because let me tell you, I would be doing the hiring for my butler. But listen, all I'm trying to say in that is, let me put my earring back in. I'm struggling. There we go. My mom got me these earrings. And usually, I'm not going to lie, when I'm like out on like vacation or whatnot, I like to like just have like Chinese store earrings, right? Where you can get like 6 of them in a pack for $1. But these are actually real, because I don't like having to look after stuff when I'm on vacation. If it's home, that's fine. So I like it when the earrings fall out. I'm like, whatever. But now I'm like, every single time I brush, I'm like, where are my earrings at? Because my mom's always like, where are those earrings I got you, right? So listen, Porsha, right? Porsha was also, Porsha was also, just trying to get my notes. Sorry, just lost them for a second. There was something important I wanted to tell y'all. Yeah, Porsha also was there helping us, giving us information, helping us believe the lie. She wanted us to believe that all these places that she was throwing parties for, all these places they were staying at, for some of his property. Now, to the point, like I said, Porsha's always struggled to have a man. I don't care if you guys love Porsha or not. She has a new man every season, and I'm not hating, do you? But she needs someone. It could be, right, and this is just purely me just talking off the top of my head, me actually thinking things. Simon at one time maybe seemed perfect. And the fact that you got a big fish, right, that seems like he's rich, but he's willing to tape with you. Because remember I said it before, this is the thing about Real Housewives of Atlanta, and this is why those producers are having such a hard time getting people to actually be on the show. If you do really run you cannot tell me that somebody runs a $40 million company, and when you go to the corporate incorporation papers, he's the CFO, the CEO, the registered agent, the secretary, the treasurer, right? These offices are just those rental offices you get on Peachtree Avenue, right? But my point is, if you do have that much, and if you are a part of an investment fund, they have their own PR agents, maybe not personal ones, but people that when you're acting out of line will be like, yo, shut that shit down. Why are you calling your ex-wife a cheater? Why are you arguing on Instagram? This is making investors nervous because you need to put a certain point out. Also, when you're dealing with that type of money, let's be real, you don't have time for this shit. You don't want to see me get petty. Let there be no money in my bank account. Now, quiet as it's kept, that hasn't happened for quite a long time, thank goodness. But do you know what I'm saying? Let one of my deals go south, and you will see me just being grouchy, like, damn, can you turn your music down? You will see me be grouchy. But when money is flowing and you are doing good, you don't have time. You see me money's not even flowing the way I want it yet. It will be soon enough, right? But y'all be saying, not y'all, but people be saying crazy shit to me. And I just laugh it off like, yeah, what else? Okay, sure, whatever. Because life's a dream. Who cares, right? The thing is, Simon claps back at everybody and he's watching because he needs to prove. Why? Because I think from a psychological point of view, when you are lying, anyone that comes close to that lie, you get defensive. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, it's like somebody calling me stupid or calling me broke or saying I've never flown private or saying I wish I was in Cancun with Simon. I just laugh that shit off like, girl, God, whatever. I guess, if that's what you think. All right. Oh, you wish you had a man like Simon. It rolls off my shoulders because it's such a foreign thought and a foreign need that it just like, it's like a little kid being like, yeah, you're a doo-doo head. Okay, fine, whatever, right? But Porsha, right? Porsha, so when we got to Porsha, we need to think, what's worse? Believing the lie that Simon let you think. Because again, you thought maybe she thought she had a big fish, right? And that would film with her because she struggled. And if you do have money, if you do have situations, if you do have something to lose, are you really going to be a big investor in a firm and have Real Housewives of Atlanta have a dinner party at your house where your girlfriend, fiance, wife, mistress, whatever she is this month might grab somebody and mollywop somebody right over the cheese dip? Are you going to do that? Are you going to take the chance that you go for a weekend and like all your coworkers and your potential investors are laughing at the fact of your wife's sister, mother, lover / mistress might have slept with a stripper? Do you see what I'm saying? When you have stuff to lose, everybody that goes on Real Housewives of Atlanta lately has needed to come up. Drew needed to come up. LaToya, and I'm not shading all of them. Drew is a successful actress in her own right. I know I clown her, but she is. LaToya, I wish I had her subscribers on YouTube, and I could if you guys actually subscribe. LaToya, fine. Who else? Even Falynn, right? The thing is, by going on Real Housewives of Atlanta, yeah, you might lose, but you also have something to gain. But when you already have that status and when you already are that person, because in every community, the people that have money are known. The people that have money are known. The people that have even pretend money are known. So it's kind of like, do you want to be known in Atlanta or do you need to be known if you go and visit like Tennessee or whatnot? My whole point in saying that is the fame might be tempting, but you have so much to lose that a lot of people that are legit businessmen or come from legit money or have legit social standing, it's like, I don't feel like having my social credit messed up by the dumb shit this show was gonna do. And Real Housewives of Atlanta has showed us since Carlos King left that they are fine to declass this show as much as possible. So what person that has investors, that's in funds, that's doing these damn things are fine to be like, yes, I will sit there and let the Real Housewives of Atlanta rip my life apart, rip my business apart. This is the same place that people always go to jail for lying. It's very, very hard to find someone that's legitimate. So Porsha might have had access to rich men, but when it was like, yo, can you also film with me? They were like, I have no reason to open myself up to scrutiny. I have my money. I'm a superstar where I live. I don't need this fame. My money comes in other ways. And some people just don't want to be famous. Simon probably seemed like the perfect catch because not only allegedly did she think he had money, but also she was willing to film. Now, here's the thing about Simon, right? Even if she finds out and even if she's realized that Simon's over-exaggerated a lot of stuff, there's still value because she still has somebody to film her spinoff. And we know from Porsha Peach Juice Williams, she is fine. She is fine. She is fine. She is fine to play the victim. She is fine because if you think about it, the only thing is, quiet as kept. I heard that I don't want to talk about what I've heard personally about Simon, but my whole thing is sometimes when you're willing to take play the victim to get out of whatever mistakes you made, you know, sometimes when you go low, people go to hell. Sometimes the person you're playing victim from is petty and vindictive and loves allegedly trying to ruin the reputations of the women that he leaves. Alexa, play What's Falynn, Penna / Gabadia doing right now? And we'll see. But here's the thing, right? But you need to think with Porsha, what's worse, believing the lie and being duped about how much he owns in assets, or actually helping create the lie? Because now you're actually in it, right? Now you're actually in it, right? And you're actually crafting this. But you see, you guys, peep game. He literally, I'm telling you, the PR people were like, what are you doing with their bullshit? They probably investigated just like I did and been like, this guy's all smoke and mirrors. Simon still hasn't gotten verified. Falyn's verified, but Simon's not. Verification only takes 30 days. It only takes 30 days unless they can't verify anything. Why do I cut to those old-timey things where there's an office with just a desk and a printer and the phone ringing, and it's just, and the fake offices don't even have an answering service. The phone's just ringing like it's 1982. But now he's trying to rebrand, and now he's been working for the last 50 years when you're the person that came out and said, y'all, watch my exposés for 1, 2, and 3. Listen, if you don't care, you don't care, and that's fine. You ain't got to lie to kick it, but now he wants to come clean about that he's a working class guy. Nigga, we knew, we've been known. We came and told you, and you started arguing with us. And now that we got you so much with the proof, thank you, Leda, thank you. Did I see Porsha's comment under the Shades Room post about Falynn? Listen, Porsha's comment is just, let's get into that, right? Porsha's comment, but this is the last thing I'm going to say about the finances. You guys, everything I said, I always thought the bigger story is Simon smoking mirrors. Now listen, judging by the way Porsha's like moving and dancing off her $50 hotel room that Simon got them, right? They probably got adjoining rooms. He was on booking.com or TripAdvisor. He was on Travel Advisors looking for deals, right? Like, oh shit, right? Even though I was watching Michelle Atlanta and Michelle Brown's live, and she said that she got tea that production is paying for those rooms. So once again, he's still not doing anything. And also, if anybody's seen Porsha's birthday gift, maybe they'll reveal it on the show. Maybe they're waiting for a big reveal. But it's interesting that you didn't get a gift, right? But here's my whole thing. It's bad either way. Porsha is not innocent in this because at this point, she only has two options. Either you didn't know or you're complicit. But the way you were talking about Nigeria, the way you were doing this thing like everything was owned, you wanted to make us think that you was a big baller too. Now that said, I think it's beautiful that Porsha is taking, and that's when I said, yo, it must be love. It must be love because it's not the body. It's not the face. It's not the intelligence either because low key, Simon's not intelligent. Like, he's not intelligent. I don't know what mind control he does over people, but Simon is not intelligent. Being crafty and knowing how to lie inside, that's not intelligent. I mean, like, he doesn't have wit. He doesn't have agenda. Put it like this. Simon is never going to go to the Harvard Kennedy School of Government. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And he's never going to be accepted to the Harvard Kennedy School of Government. I know he got a CPA license, but CPAs are very, very blue. No shade to CPAs. But Simon, for what I rank intelligence, he's just not very intelligent, right? But I think it's beautiful. I think it's beautiful that Porsha is taking Simon and his humble aspirations, because he's trying to let us know and roll back the clock that he doesn't have anything. At 60 years old, he's finally starting to amass something, and that's beautiful. And I think Porsha's actually, it's great that she's helping him amass something, and it warms my heart that they finally realize you don't have to lie to kick it. Nigga, we already knew. So you don't get points, but I will say you do not get points. You don't get points for admitting to something after we had to make you admit. Now let's talk about, right? Let's talk about the whole thing about Porsha and Simon dancing and having so much fun thinking that they've been vindicated. Y'all, I've said this once and I'll say it again. Vindicated for what? Just because what you tried to do didn't actually work or wasn't actually the case does not make you. So you know in law they talk about intention, right? Just because you broke into a bank and you tried to rob it and you found out the safe was empty so you couldn't take any money does not mean that you are not guilty of trying to take over the safe. Just because you tried to break into my home to rob me and then I'm like, haha, guess what? I don't even live there, does not mean you're off the hook for trying to rob me. Just because what you tried to do did not actually happen does not mean, because here's the thing where Porsha messed up, and I know she's doing a lobotomy and Simon's probably in her head, but this is where Porsha messed up. We saw what you are capable of. Now, I always saw, and a lot of y'all saw what's got. It took me a while, because I used to be like, oh, Porsha's innocent, right? Like, she's harmless, right? It took me a while to actually see, because I wasn't paying her any attention, right? When I said I didn't look at her as like very calculating and malicious, but once I started looking, I was like, wait a second. The fact that everybody knows what you are capable of, right? Falynn said to herself, you were upstairs kikiing with her, dancing, eating snacks, having a good time. You even borrowed some of these women's clothes. You met her up at a club with Simon to hang out, being like, oh girl, I just saw you. Just because, thank you, creators. Thank you. Thank you, creators. I appreciate that. Just because it didn't work does not mean that you are off the hook. We all see what you're capable of. We see that you're capable of going, eating, drinking, making some type of loose friendship and still going for my man. Who, besides allegedly Shamia, and I'm not even gonna Shamia that, because that's one thing I say about Shamia. Shamia and her husband actually seem to have a very, from what I can tell, loving relationship. And Shamia doesn't seem, who gave me 10? Thank you, TG. You're on Simon's head and I love it. We all know by now that Porsha allegedly do anything for attention and a few coins and play victim when the truth is discovered. Yo, listen, here's the thing. And I'll say this once again, you're not vindicating anything because it was your intent. Just because you were sneaking around with this woman's husband and you found out that she didn't care in the long run and she was dating, according to Falynn, some type of celebrity, does not hide your intent, because at the end of the day, you thought that you were sneaking under the radar front end. You found out after the fact that you didn't need to hide, but you thought that you were sneaking under. You guys, we've all seen what Porsha's now capable of. How do you roll that back? You know what I'm saying? It's like you literally going into my wallet and stealing from me, right? And then telling me, oh, but I did it because the baby was hungry and this and that. Okay, cool. But you still stole from me and you could have just asked me. Now that I see that you're capable of stealing from me and lying to me, no matter what the reason was, yeah. So the damage is already done. So what are they talking about vindicated? And plus, honestly, let's be real, right? Let's be real, right? Because a lot of y'all have been like, and I'm gonna take you down my deductive rules. Let's talk about the cheating. Because a lot of you guys are like, what are you talking about? Falynn was cheating. She was this, she was that. Listen, the fact that Falynn was cheating to me makes it even, sorry, my hair is so, ooh. The fact that Falynn was cheating to me actually solidifies the fact that Simon didn't have shit. It solidifies the fact to me. Why? Because let me say this, right? One, whether you were with Jaylan, right? And I'm due for whatever reason. I'm still investigating that, right? But let's just say that everything Simon said is true. And I don't believe it because Simon is a liar and Porsha is a liar too. So even though I don't know Jaylan and Falynn, and I'm researching, trying to get the receipts, right? Simon's proven to be a known liar and manipulator. And he tells big lies, like he's worth 40 million and he's this and he's that, right? Taking advantage of the fact that nobody in Africa and Atlanta really knows anybody in Africa. And also you see that the circle Simon rolls in, he rolls around, he rolls with Americans. He rolls with people in Miami. He rolls with white people, but Black Americans. He doesn't roll with the rich Nigerian crew that is actually posted up and really running shit in Atlanta from what I've seen. He does not roll with them. And from what I understand, he couldn't roll with them even if he wanted to, right? But here's the thing, right? Let's just say that everything that Simon's saying and Porsha's saying is true. Let's just say everything that they're saying about Falynn is true. We're just playing devil's advocate. If you are worth $40 million and you were really that loving and that supporting, how it's not adding up? How much of a headache is Simon being with them? Either a headache, bad in bed, or maybe a combination of all of it. How lame are you that you have $40 million and according to you, your wife was doing the labada, the forbidden dance all up and down your ego, humiliating you out in Atlanta. You had $40 million, you did this, you did that, you loved her kids, you did this, you did that. Yeah, I know the easiest thing to do is like, oh, she's a bad woman. But Falyn's not stupid, and we've seen that from the interviews. Yeah, you did all this shit, you loved her kids, you did this, you did that, and she's still left with, according to you, the help. How insufferable do you have to be for that to happen? I'm being serious, right? You're worth $40 million, and you're trying to tell me your wife is cheating with the help and everybody else? Does that make sense? Does that make sense? You're raising her boys, you love her, you're whining to every stripper, you're tricking out for $5,000 or $8,000. Really? Really? That's what it is? Okay, right? And it says, what does that say about how horrible you are that you can't hold a woman with $40 million, multiple properties, right? We all know that's a lie, but let's just assume that what Simon said was all smoke and mirrors. Let's assume this dream world he made accurate. Let's just play devil's advocate and say, okay, fine, this Neverland in Nigeria actually exists. You're worth $40 million. You own private jets. You're big balling. You're so powerful and wealthy and influential. And you're trying to tell me your wife was cheating with the help? You loved her boys. You did so much. And your wife was cheating with the help? You're trying to tell us that Falynn&Jaylan, the woman we see that is calm, cool, collective, very analytical, right? There's a lot going on behind the scenes. And I swear, I want to give you guys the truth. So expect a video, but it's going to have a lot of receipts. Now I'm researching and I'm getting a lot of leads in left, right, front, and center, but I want to research each one of them and make sure that they actually are based in the truth and bring you guys receipts so you guys can actually make up your own opinion too. You see what I'm saying? Y'all know the way I am, right? Y'all know the way I am. I'm that messy friend that's just like, we got his ass. And then I'm like, call him on speakerphone. Call him on speakerphone. And they call on speakerphone. And halfway through the conversation, I take over like, so where were you last Saturday? Oh, where you at? Okay, we'll come meet you. All right, we'll come meet you. No, stay right there. I'm that person that grabs the phone halfway through like, girl, give me that phone. You're not doing it right. And I trap them into something, right? I am that friend. But here is my thing, right? You guys, we are 3 people away from 5... There's 979 people in here and only 500 likes. Yo, it's a bunch of Simon Gabodias in the house. That's all I'm saying. There is 472 Simon Gabodias in the house. Don't be a Simon Cambodia. Hit that like button. 479 Simon Gabodias. A shame and a scandal. A shame and a scandal. But let's get back to this. How horrible do you have to be worth 40? Literally, how bad in bed do you have to be? Let's talk facts, because I'm like, let's assume everything you're saying is true. How bad in bed do you have to be? How horrible does your breath have to smell after smoking that cigar and drinking that tequila? And every time I see him flexing that tequila bottle, I just laugh, because I imagine him getting off the private plane, trying to act like it's his, with Porsha with her Birkin, getting on, and the steward is running after him like, sir. It's my cafe con leche. You forgot your tequila, because you know when you get off a private flight, you gotta take everything you came with. And he's probably trying to front like it's his. Probably Porsha was like, why is he trying to get like so lit on the on the flight? Slow down. But quiet as kept, he's trying to drink everything in that bottle because he doesn't want to have to take that bottle with him, right? So the flight attendant's like, sir, you forgot your liquor. And he's like, no, you can throw it away. You know, I buy new bottles all the time, right? But honestly, how bad in bed do you have to be? How much does your breath have to stink? I'm being real. To have somebody that is a good man, taking care of your kids, and worth $40 million, and is cheating with you with the help. I'm not calling Jaylan the help on my own accord. I'm saying this is what Simon was saying. You're cheating with the help, quote unquote. You know what I'm saying? Something's not adding up. Now let's look at what makes sense. If you saw my video 1, 2, and 3, you should watch the whole trilogy like it's the goddamn Godfather, while you're cleaning the house, folding clothes, doing whatever. Write that trilogy like you're watching the Godfather, right? And it'll break down. So let's just assume that my research is right? And it is, in my humble opinion. It's right. Let's just assume that Simon saw smoke and mirrors. He doesn't, while he has enough money to trick out a 20-year-old that works at a Piggly Wiggly strip club. No shade to Jessica Harris. She's a gorgeous girl. I'm saying this for funny effect, right? So I'm not shading her. But some 20-year-old that's working at the Piggly Wiggly strip club, right? And 5 or 8,000. And even Jessica, when she was like, he gave me 5 or 8, because she even knows that's not shit. Like, this was over like a month or and a half. That's not shit for you to be like tricking on me. It's really not shit. But like I was saying, so you have money to impress people short term, but you don't have that money where the kids are going to have any money to go to college. You don't have that money where you can go and just up and buy a new house. Do you see what I'm saying? You don't have that money that without a mortgage, you can't make that do. You don't have that. You don't have that type of money that you don't have any PR firm. You don't have any lawyers. You don't have any accountants on record. You don't have a treasurer. You don't have a CFO. You don't have a CA. Everything is you. Literally, when they call Simcoe Petroleum, thank you for calling Simcoe Petroleum. How may I help you? Hi, can I speak to your CFO? 1 second. Beep, 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 beep. Hello, Simon Cambodia. How can I help you? Hey, Simon, can I speak to the treasurer? Shit. 1 second. Beep, 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 beep. Hello, this is the the treasurer. How can I help you? Oh, no problem. Sorry, wrong number. We need to actually speak to the chief financial officer. Hold on. Beep, 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 beep. Hello, y'all. This is the chief financial officer. Can I help you? That's what the hell he was doing. Probably changing hats, putting on like little wigs, doing his Joanne the Scammer mess all day. So the money's not really there. And maybe Simon, everybody keeps saying this is the word on the street, right? And I have gotten multiple confirmations from all ways that Simon is very tight-fisted with his money. But y'all, from my research is starting to show, Simon's tight-fisted with his money. I think he is actually cheap and tight-fisted. Most old men are. Most peepaws are like very, very frugal, because when they were like our age, $1 could buy you like a 4-course meal at Denny's, right? So they're you like peepaw can have some money and they give you $5 and you're like peepaw, right? When Simon was our age, a candy bar was 15 cents. So of course he's tight with his money because he doesn't understand why things cost so much. Do you know what I'm saying? He's buying his bag of Weathers Originals and butterscotch disc and cinnamon disc. You know those nasty cinnamon candies all old people have in his pocket, right? Probably to get Pilar, because that's what old people do. They give you that candy and you're like, thank you, peepaw. But you're like, or they give you those strawberry candies that's wrapped up to look like little strawberries, but they taste like crap. There's nothing strawberry about them except for the damn wrapper, right? Probably to get Pilar. And so it's like, he does like the value, of course he's tight. He's like, when did things start costing so much money? When I was your age, an ice cream cone was a penny and a bag of candy was 5 pennies, but it was this big and it was homemade. So of course the price of living is expensive for him. But also I think he's tight with his money. Hey, Jaylan, it's sad seeing a man lie, scheme, deceive, but my focus will always be on Porsha and her lies because she has done it for a long time. Both need help. You know, Jaylan, I'll give you that. Porsha, it's been proven, is a liar. She tells dangerous lies. She does whatever she needs to do. Unfortunately, I've come to see from being in this YouTube streets, look at me talking about like I'm a veteran, right? Talking like I'm a veteran. When you're in these YouTube streets, you start to see that like, y'all, everybody needs to get their money. I had no idea that it was this easy to buy people off and people were for sale this easy. I really had no idea. I'm gonna start throwing my money around. I really had no idea. Not that I'd ever need to buy anyone, but I always thought that if somebody tried to buy me, listen, everybody has a price. But I'm like, but that ain't it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has a price, but that ain't it. I had no idea. I thought it would be insulting to go to someone and be like, hey, A, B, and C, and I'll throw you a couple of thousand. I would be insulted if somebody said that to me. Like, if you don't get your dumb ass out of here, like, I'm not 12 years old. What the fuck am I going to do with a couple of thousand? But there are people, or, oh, I'll do this and I'll give you a guest appearance. And they're happy to, mosquito, sorry. Y'all see how one got me right here. This is my karma, right? Right, this is my karma. A certain Mr. Gabati probably did some hoodoo, right? Or whatever. It was like a humna na. And then boom, that mosquito was like right there, right? This is the kiss of death, right? But anyway, right? Let me get back to this. But we see from the whole point. So let's just say Simon's whole fake reality was true. And Falynn was just a no-good woman that was cheating on a $40 million man that was loving, supportive, and loved her kids. Does that make sense? Does that track to what we've seen of Miss Falynn? And again, I don't know Falynn. I've never talked to Falynn. If anybody can talk to Falynn, get her to come talk to me. I promise I'll do a better job than Up and Adam, and I won't put her in uncomfortable situations. But my whole point is, does that make sense from what we've seen about Falynn, the way she operates, what she says, the way she moves? It doesn't track. But what does track that we've seen, Simon smoke and mirrors. How do we know the smoke and mirrors? Because you see from even his recent YouTube post, his Instagram post, he's trying to now present the fact that he never said he was rich, and he's just a poor, humble working man, and him and Porsha found love. Now, y'all might be like, oh, well, why doesn't Porsha throw him away? Because like I said, Porsha has always had trouble getting a man to film with her. As much as she accused Kenya of buying boyfriends every season, Porsha's the one that gets a rent man in and out. And just as quick as a man is in there, a man is out. Remember when she was trying to get that guy Todd to sign a baby contract because she wanted a cute baby? Remember when she was like whining and dining that 22-year-old college football person because she wanted to marry him early? Remember when she was chasing after Dennis? Again, I'm not shading her for what happened in her dating life. Please don't misunderstand me. But what I am saying is, if you want to talk that shit about other people, let's actually look at your life too. But you see Simon, he doesn't have the money he says he does. And when I say doesn't, I don't mean like he's 40 million and he might be worth 20 million. I mean, he's saying he's 40 million and he might have maybe a couple of million. But for anybody that actually deals with real amounts of money, having a couple of million when your rent is 600, maybe you can live off that shit for the rest of your life. But most of the time, and for anybody that is dealing with that type of money, you feel me what I'm saying? That shit will be gone in a year or two. Because when you have a million or two, most likely you have a mortgage, most likely you have car notes, most likely your lifestyle of flying actually will go through it. So again, it's that weird thing. The more money you have, the more expenses you have. So when I say that he has like 40 million and it's much lower, I don't mean like 20 or 19 or 18. Y'all need to not y'all, because I know y'all smart, but people really need to start being around people and seeing the way the world goes. Because someone getting a couple of million or even 5 million accidentally, when you are living a certain lifestyle, you can blow through that shit and you can throw through 5 million in 1 year, quite as a cap. You can, after taxes, he better be paying taxes. After taxes, 5 million is like what, 2.9 million? You can blow through 2.9 million in 1 year. Literally, you can blow through that money. Now, again, if you're frugal, you might be able to make it last. But that's why I said the way that everybody's like, Simon's tight with his money. Simon's not tight with his money. P-Paul just knows that he is on a pension. P-Paul knows that he is on a pension and he can't go that far. And plus, again, like I said, when he was our age, like literally a candy bar was 15 cents, right? A candy bar was 15 cents. So that's where it is with actually being tight with the money. Now, there's a lot of things that I am backing up, a lot of things I heard, but I'll be honest with you guys, I really need to get more verification. I need to confirm things with my sources, and I need to just do my good old investigation stuff because, again, the devil is in the details. Now, let's get through with one more thing. What else, right? But anyway, yeah, that's my whole point, right? Okay, great, you're trying to roll this clock back, and now you're a rags to riches story. But again, this is why him and Porsha are equally yoked. This is why him and Porsha are equally yoked. Because now Simon, in front of our eyes, it's like me coming in and being like, hi, my name's Tisa. I'm a black woman. I travel a lot, and I'm doing YouTube now. And in your faces, maybe 4 or 5 videos later, right? And I'm arguing with people about, I'm a black woman, I'm this and that. And in your face, 4 or 5 videos later, now I'm trying to roll that back saying, no, actually I'm Southeast Asian and I don't do YouTube. I'm a CPA. And also, and you know what else? I'm not a woman. Who told you I was a woman? How dare you imply that? I'm a Southeast Asian man and I'm a CPA. You guys are so tacky for talking about this. He literally is trying to roll back the reality that he just told us and fought us to believe and just roll back the clock and rewrite everything, right? You don't not get points for admitting the truth after we caught you. You know why? Because in life, when somebody keeps admitting truth after you taught them, you have to keep your foot on their neck because you cannot trust anything that they say. Again, it's like me denying I'm black 4 or 5 videos later and getting mad at everybody in the comments being like, you guys just need to let me have peace. I'm happy. Why are you guys hating? You literally went on this whole I'm a black woman thing and now you're trying to make us think that you're a Southeast Asian man, Tisa, and your name's not even Tisa. Your name is Barry, Harry, Up and Sherry. Really, Tisa? And I'm looking at you like, how dare you guys grow up? There are bigger things in life. Yo, how do you trust anything someone says when they literally change the narrative while you are looking right there? But to me, that's typical narc behavior. Because a narc behavior will be like, your hair is not curly, Tisa, it's straight. And I'm like, no, my hair is curly. No, it's straight, it's straight. Typical narc behavior. But anyway, now you work 25 years in a workplace, so you 18, married, 25, so you basically were an employee until you were 55, 56. But this explains why he is sitting there in Spring Break Capital. Side note, is Simon ever gonna come back to the US? Is something going on with that? I'm not even joking. So I do know that like when you are not a citizen of a country, right? When you're not a citizen of a country, you can only stay in the US at a maximum of 180 days before, right? Now you can come on a work visa, you can do this, you can do that, but hear me out. When you stay a maximum of 180 days in the US, that is the maximum, or 6 months, that's the maximum you can stay before the IRS starts taxing your assets. It doesn't matter whether the company is in America or whether it's in Timbuktu or whether it's in Nigeria. If you are here 181 days, now you have to pay income tax on that money all money that you earn in America and overseas. So a lot of people that are not US citizens, or even if they are Even if a lot of people that are not U.S. citizens that don't want to pay U.S. taxes, they spend half of their time overseas. When's the last time Simon's been in America? He spends a lot of time overseas. And again, I know this from businessmen do this a lot, right? They do. But here's the thing. The businessmen keep the records. Because if the IRS audits you, they want proof. They want to see passports. They want to see tax forms. Not tax forms. They want to see passports. They want to see receipts. They want to see hotel bills. Because it's big money. The fact that they can go to 30%, they can go to your assets and be like, yeah, you owe us 29%. You owe us 32%. Most people that are in this situation have a lot of money. And the IRS is petty. We all know from our first jobs, they'll go after you even if you're making $10 an hour. So the IRS is petty. But my whole point is, where's Simon? It makes me wonder, do you have the citizenship just because you move like the people that you can only spend 180 days in America before, or also maybe the visa is also saying, okay, you can only stay here. But anyway, I digress, right? I'm still working on that to actually go on, right? But I'm just saying, when's the last time Simon's been in America, right? It's just odd. And he's in spring bake capital of Cancun. I'm not shading anybody that goes to Cancun, but honestly, for people that travel, we know the real money's in Tulum. If you really are going to Mexico and you're doing it and think, Cancun's cute, and I saw from like Porsha's live, that's cool. He got her in a $50 Airbnb. That's cool, because you know ain't shit more expensive than $200 when you Airbnb and stuff in Mexico. For those of you that know, right? And it's a family vacation. And plus, I think probably Real Housewives of Atlanta, according to Michelle ATL, is paying for it. So you know that the Real Housewives of Atlanta is not footing the bill for Nikki's Beach. They probably have like a daily budget. And so it's like, the little Airbnb that Bob Marley's son has for like probably $150 a night, right? So anyway, that's why he is in like Spring Breakers thing. But again, you have to be, because when you actually go to Seychelles, when you go to Cannes, when you go to the French Riviera, baby, when you go to Lisbon looking over the things, when you go over to the Amalfi Coast and you're in Italy doing that shit with Sierra and Russell Wilson, if you come sitting there taking pictures of your Sprite with a bottle of tequila, people look at you like, oh, so déclassé. Like, it's just like a class. Like, they do that. Okay, I know my French accents. But it's laughable. You go places where people are impressed by your money. And also your money goes further, right? Money goes a lot further in Mexico than it does. Now, if he starts taking, I thought for Porsha to be with that gremlin, that she would be. So have y'all seen Sierra and Russell Wilson's feed? And they went for like, I guess their birthday trip or anniversary trip to Italy. Y'all saw those pictures. They were gorgeous. I would assume for her to be in the gremlin that, they would have those type of pictures. They would be doing that stuff. They would, no. He got her in Cancun on MTV Spring Break doing the damn thing. She's sitting there, babe, on a balcony this big, right? Yeah, listen, they're sitting there, on a balcony, babe, and she's sitting there like she's living her best life, which makes me think, how much does Porsha get out the house? I'm being serious. How much does Porsha? But she made sure to let us know that it was an Airbnb to stop all the speculation. I'm glad she stopped fronting, and I'm glad that she is actually admitting that she's just helping her people out. It's like, and also her doing this trolling, they keep trying to change the conversation, the way she has henna all up and down her neck, and everybody's just like, ooh, I think it was the Peach Report that was like, ooh, new tattoo, and I was like, you cannot be serious, that is henna. Like, they are trolling, but the way that they keep trying to change the conversation from the fact that Simon is smoke and mirrors, he really doesn't really have anything, and where actually is his income coming from? And don't tell me about an investment that's coming in 1 to 4 years. Where does your income come from now? Seriously, because if it's investments, the math ain't adding. The math's not mathing with that, right? But the fact that Porsha also seems to be complicit. I was giving her the benefit of the doubt that she didn't know, but now I think that she's either complicit and she knows because she wanted us to believe that it was something more, because it's more views for her show. Because at the end of the day, once she gets those ratings in her show, Simon's a disposable one. Simon is now, funny thing, she was on the balcony going back and forth, right? And Simon posted up this big pic about she comes from a distinguished civil rights family and this and that. But you notice that there's actually been new audio released in with the Breonna Taylor police showing that we already know they did that girl dirty, but just how dirty it was. New audio's been released. You notice Porsha and all her dancing on the Instagram, right? didn't say one word about this new thing. She didn't say one word about Breonna Taylor's case. She didn't say one word about how things have moved forward. Funny how that works, right? Funny how that works. And this is in the same week that Simon's posting up about her civil rights legacy while he's misquoting Dr. Martin Luther King and saying that African Americans have been mind bleeped for 400 years. It's completely denying institutional racism, completely denying systematic racism, completely denying the brutality. It wasn't our imagination that kept us enslaved, and it's not our let me calm down, because every time I talk about civil rights, it really does get me upset. My family, like, I'm not even gonna talk about that, but every time I talk about civil rights, it gets me upset that somebody that actually comes from another person that comes from a civil rights legacy literally has a man out there speaking so reckless about my culture. This is no shade to anybody from Africa. Africa has its own rich and distinguished culture. We admire it, but this is my culture that you're speaking about, and you're speaking about it wrong. You're even misquoting Dr. Martin Luther King, and you got the nerve to post a post about how she comes from a great civil rights legacy, and she's sitting there like listening, like babe, literally dancing to "Everything's Gonna Be All Right" while there's been new stuff released about Breonna Taylor. But that's right, I forgot. In her new show, she's gonna be an activist. I'm guessing in the scenes, she did visuals, she did this and that, and as soon as they cut filming, she don't gotta think about that anymore, right? It's that activism. But good try on those posts, Simon. Those posts actually did, I'll be honest with you, they annoyed me, because when it comes to like my history as an African American and our legacy, we can say what we want about being about this enslaved people. We have been a proud people for over 400 years that have defied countless odds that are still in place. Just even from the Black Lives Matter marches, we have earned our own culture. We don't need, listen, of course, as Africans are always going to be our brothers and sisters. But just like Nigeria does not have to take our culture because they have their own, guess what, y'all? Guess what, Simon? And if your damn black girlfriend had actually told you and actually had enough sense to know, we have our own distinguished culture. We have our own language. We have our own culture. We have our trials. We have tribulations. We have our own things to be proud about. Anyway, let's move on, because why am I even giving? It's like, I get mad about it, but then I remember Simon's an idiot that doesn't know shit, and he's dating someone that at one time thought the Underground Railroad was done by electricity. We're talking about someone that shows up for Love and Hip Hop, Breonna Taylor speeches, and marching, and civil rights, and having that damn party where there were pictures of dead people on the walls honoring Porsha because she got arrested one time. I'm not shading her activism, but I am shading the way it does have completely have faded to the side, especially considering for anyone that comes from a civil rights family, right? For anybody that comes from a civil rights family, or anyone that's even slightly involved, this week was a big week in the Breonna Taylor case. And the fact that she did not open her mouth to say anything except every little thing, because she thinks she's vindicated. I don't know for what, because you still were sneaking that woman's man. That's why you guys lied about everything for the whole time. If it was that open and honest, Falynn wouldn't have been surprised as you guys were talking. You guys were still sneaking. And that's the issue, Porsha. Not whether Falynn was an angel. The issue is what you thought you were doing. You thought you were making a come up. But anyway, and then Simon's posting civil rights shit. Ooh, let me calm down. I know I get so upset with civil rights, but it's my culture. The same way as a Nigerian, Kenyan, Ethiopian, if I insult your culture, you're gonna come for me. This is my culture. I don't like people insulting my culture, especially when you're dating somebody from my culture that's supposed to be from a legacy family like you were posting. Y'all, we have 631 likes. There's 985 people. The fact that there's 987 people. The fact that there are 987 people, I only have 633 likes. The fact that there's almost 27 people right here, right now, trying to do a Simon Gabodi on me. Really? Y'all do, keep up. We got a bunch of Simon Gabodias in the chat. Hit the like button if you don't want to be a Simon Gabodia. But anyway, right? Listen. So anyway, listen, thank you for Simon's post, for confirming, for all of you guys that said that I was wrong, that I was off, that I didn't know. Thank you so much, Simon, for posting that thing with your face in the camera like this. Just mean mugging, right? Thank you. Put it on and make up wanna marry me. Thank you for confirming what we already knew. what we already thought, what I already said, what we already knew, right? You don't get points for admitting anything because we had to expose you to admit it. We had to expose you for you to admit it. And we didn't go looking to expose you. You came with your chest loud and strong, begging somebody to expose you. So me, being bored, decided I got a couple hours. He's like, let's play a little game. And I thought, I like playing games. What's the game? What are the rules? What's the prize? Bet, I got you. And I came what he want, but you notice the comments are turned off with this post, and he has not contacted me about, he said 50,000 plus an extra 25K, so that's 75K. Now somebody did say, how about you do an expose on your own dirt? How about that? I noticed that there is a certain level of intelligence between Simon and Porsha supporters. There's a level of intelligence, right? And I said, ma'am, if you were willing to offer me 75K to expose my own dirt, I will give you my Cash App, send that shit over, and then we can sit down and have an expose on Tattle Tells. I'll be like, so when I was in fifth grade, there were 2 popsicles sitting there. My parents told me to only eat one. However, if you'll notice, I ate both of those popsicles. I will have the screen pop up next to me, and I will outline it. We move on to the summer of 6th grade. My brother was standing next to the edge of the pool, right? My brother was standing next to the edge of the pool, and I pushed him in. If you notice that there was also 6 cousins. They also fell into the pool too. Now rotate, slow that footage down. Do you see that girl standing in the corner with the dandelion edges with her hair looking like this? Yeah, that was young Tisa. You will see me expose myself. Please Cash App me that 75. Quick pay, Zelle. I would say wire transfer, but we all know Simon's not good for it, right? Because when the transfers come his way, he doesn't give them to the right person, right? There we go. So anyway, yeah, Ninja, we already knew. Now you're trying to admit, right? Before the rest of the stuff is exposed, because I told y'all, like I said, I am working on a piece that's really big. And even though you think you know where all the places, the shit that I've discovered, listen, the things that I have discovered, this is all surface. There is so much more, but I'm investigating. I'm gonna make sure I can bring the receipts, but y'all, I want a Pulitzer and Emmy. By the end of it, Simon might come up with the 75K just to whatever. But anyway, again, what do y'all think? I'm gonna go to the comments now. Look at me like I'm Oprah. So I'm gonna go to the studio audience now to see what y'all think. Because again, do y'all think Porsha was involved the way she was like talking about, yeah, 3 weddings and a funeral for the haters and getting married at one of the overseas properties? What's worse, her believing that bullshit, which shows that she's an idiot, or the fact that she figured it out or she already knew and she was complicit in pushing forth this narrative, because it does help her show. It does help everything. And I have to say now, I actually think it's gross that he's trying to roll back the clock and rebrand himself as this big family guy and all this stuff. And literally, again, what he is doing, is the last time I was gonna say it, is like me saying, I'm a black woman, my name is Tisa, I'm a black woman, civil rights, blah, 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 blah. And then 5 videos, I'm talking about like, as a proud Southeast Asian man named Thor, I think blah, 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 blah. And then when you're just like, yo, what are you talking about? You told us A, B, and C. You're so petty. Get a life. Oh my God, be very careful. I'm gonna send a cease and desist. It literally is akin to that. And you're looking at someone like, are you mad? You're the one that started with me. And now you're mad that I'm like, wait, this doesn't make sense. You just told me you're a black woman. And I'm like, how dare you? As a Southeast Asian man who's had to work very, very hard for the last 25 years, right? Anyway, yeah. Today he's able to travel. Really, Simon? So now that you're admitting that you were never wealthy, right? And for all y'all saying, oh, please, he's still wealthy. He got private jets. No, he's actually saying that only today he's able to travel with his family. Today, that he's able to travel. Listen, his words are funny, but believe his words. He's literally saying that just this year, he finally got to the point. And like Michelle at ATL is saying, and I agree with it, because most production places do have a budget. Either Real Housewives or Porsha's spinoff is actually footing the bill for that. So you know how it is, you get a travel allowance, right? They might be like, listen, wherever you go, we'll give you a travel allowance for $300 a night for a hotel room. Anything you want above that, you can add to the money, but you'll get a travel allowance. So let's just say for the hotel room, $300 a night, for incidentals and food and everything for the whole day. By the end of the day, you get a $500 a day per diem, right? $250 for food, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and $300 for the room. So that's like what, $550 per diem, right? And you can spend that much. Anything you do over it, you can upgrade all you want, but the company's like, we're only giving you this much. Now the Real Housewives, because they're filming with all the children, and Simon has his children out there front and center, which I don't agree with anyway, but whatever. You're filming with all the children, and that's cool. You notice his oldest son's not there. I wonder what happened with that. Remember when he posted that post with his son was looking real mad, and he was like, you know, some family members you keep around you and some you don't. Let's see if his oldest son comes back around. Because if he was talking about his oldest son, that's actually really messed up. I agree that some family members you keep around close and some you don't. But when it comes to your children, you can't say their vibes was off. You are the parent. It's your responsibility to make the vibes work, okay? But let's see what y'all got to say. Because do you guys have any questions also? Because I'm always talking so much. I never really give you guys, there is 1,005 people in this live and only 687 likes. Listen, I'm not even gonna say it. I'm not even gonna say that y'all Simon Gabodia me. I'm not, but y'all are, because what? Come on, stop being Simon Gabodias. Hit the like button. Y'all cannot be serious. Hit the like button. Y'all been sitting here watching me run my mouth for 89 minutes and 36 seconds, maybe. Some of y'all are just like, Tisa, I just came in here and you've been acting a fool for cutting up for the last 3 minutes. I'm not sure I'm going to give. Listen, hit the dislike button if you want. It still helps my algorithm. It does. YouTube stopped penalizing people for dislikes a couple years ago because it's provocative. It gets the people going. So you actually get any type of engagement. It's good. Even you guys just sitting here watching the live. So I guess you guys are screwed regardless. So, it's my cafe con leche. Let me tell you something, Naz. First of all, Young Jeezy, Simon is rich, but he's posting pictures with Young Jeezy. If you live in the Miami area, you kind of know what that is. I mean, I know Young Jeezy was really big in 2000 and he was on Versus, but how would y'all act if y'all saw Bow Wow in a restaurant? I mean, don't get me wrong. If I saw Soulja Boy in the restaurant, I would probably say hi, or you know me, I'll make a fool of myself. Holler at my swag, I get my swag on. And Soulja would be like, you know, he'd probably shake his head and turn his back on me, right? But it's like seeing Bow Wow, right? It's like seeing Bow Wow in a restaurant, seeing Jeezy in Miami, right? I'm not taking anything away from Jeezy. I'm just saying, would y'all be posting up saying, yes? But this is how old Simon is. The fact that he thinks Young Jeezy is sitting like Jay-Z, because he be sitting there proud, like, that's the only person he posts. My brother Jeezy, my brother Jeezy. Like he's sitting there between Will Smith and Jay-Z and Kanye West over to his left. My brother Jeezy. That's like me on my Instagram posting pics of Bow Wow. Like, yeah, my brother, me and my brother Bow Wow, we're at the club. I'm proud to say I know him. This is how old he is. That literally, it's like people, like, oh, do you know Young Jeezy? And I'm like, I mean, yeah, people, he was like really big, I think in the 2000s. What was he, 2000 or the 2010s, right? The early 2000s or late 2000s, right? Was that when he was really big, right? And it'd be like, yeah, Papa, he was really big during that time, but like, I mean, you know, and he's just like, oh, do you know Jeezy? Do you know this song I put on? Imagine Simon. That's why Simon loves Jeezy. Imagine Simon. I put on for my city, but I'm for my city. Put on for my city. Put it on and make it wanna marry me. Put it on and make it wanna marry me. Right? Let's see. Kim Fallon. How do I do that? Hold on. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that. Listen. But I don't know how to get anybody to join my live, but I'm having another live tomorrow night and I'll figure out how to do it. But literally, that is literally like somebody being like, literally, put on for my city, and in my city, put on. He literally, you know, the recession on the way. I could see Simon thinking he getting it on like a club. And you know, let me stop dragging him. No, this is fun. Thank you. Thank you, Dark Energy. Dark Energy 17, right? And let me stop dragging him. But then I think, no, because he wants to be dragged. He loves this. Let's feed the monster, right? But the fact that he's like, Papa, like, do you know the song? And your Papa starts doing his, that's another thing. Starts doing this little old hit dance. But you're just like, yeah, Papa. Yeah, that's cheesy. All right, Papa. All right. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, right? That's what's going on. And then he's like sitting there thinking he's pinning it on Porsha. Listen, for Simon to be worth 40 million, y'all, how much of a headache does he have to be? How much, maybe not good in bed, alleged, I don't know. I'm just saying this. Nobody actually like has told me like his performance, right? Because I wouldn't want to know. If they did, I'd be like, oh, please stop. I don't want to know, please. I don't want to know how Papa moves, but I'm assuming it's like any pop-pop. Because if we saw him in that gym, hitting that bag, remember when he posted on his Instagram, when he was in the gym, talking about, sometimes I enjoy clear mind, gratitude, meditating with Buddha, and a light workout. And he was moving in his 5x5 gym, then like, and it looked like pop. And I was like, the funny thing is, you're trying to show how in shape you are, and you move like a 6-year-old. No shade to a 6-year-old, but you move like a 6-year-old that doesn't get much exercise, right? You look like my Papa trying to do a thirst trap. Literally, like my Papa. Be like, Tisa, come here. Hold that phone up. Papa, what are we doing? I want to show Miss Greta what it do, you know? Hold that phone. Is it on? Papa, it's on. Just go. Greta, Papa, it's on, go. Hold on, you see it, is it on? And they keep touching the camera. Papa, it's on, just do it. And they're trying to do it. And then afterwards, it's like, Tisa, come here. How I sing, Papa, how do I sing this, Tisa? What do I do? And you have to be like, what do you want me to tell Miss Greta? Hey, girl, thinking about you. Papa, don't send that emoji. Okay, and then attach the video like that, Papa, and press send. That's what Simon looked like he was doing in that gym. So by the way, he was like, pow, pow, up a 5x5. I'm imagining that's the type of energy and range of motion you get when there's other things going on, right? So judging by the fact of how much, like the fact of the money, again, everybody keeps saying Simon's incredibly tight with his money, but I think he's incredibly tight with his money because from what I've seen, and you guys can Google it, I'm gonna try to put a video together so you guys can make your own mind up, right? Don't go by what I saw, right? Because it's on a fixed income, right? And he's busy setting like thirst traps. And then, him and Porsha is like smiling. It's just like even the picture when him and Porsha were smiling. And I was like, this is really, really sweet because it looks like she went to go visit her Papa in the nursing home. I think that's sweet. It looks like she went to go see her Papa. Literally, she went to go visit her Papa in the nursing home. Look, you know how like when you go and there's like those special days, you went to go visit in the nursing home, right? You went to go visit in the nursing home, and it's just like, bye, Papa, I love you. Thank you, Miss Maynavit. Wait, I have awakened my whole neighborhood, Miss Maynavit. I'm just saying, she went to go see her Papa. They have a special lunch always that day. It's always roast beef and a nice little salad. I don't know what they feed Papas when people don't come to visit, but that day they have like a nice lemon meringue pie, and then you're like, Papa, would you like some pie? You know what? Tisa, go get me some pie. That sounds good. Porsha was going to go visit her Papa, but that said, I love the fact that like Porsha is involved in struggle love because apparently people really like it. And I like the fact that y'all be saying a lot of things about Porsha, but she's down for the cause. She is down for the cause. She is trying to build up her king. She is raising a village. Oddly enough, why do they have like 4 nannies? Is that a flex? Because I know that Porsha is a star and filming, and if her mom's not there and Lauren's not there, she needs somebody to watch Pilar. But what's Simon doing all day? I've been looking at him like, but what are you doing all day? Why can't you watch the kids? Everybody except Pilar. Pilar, you get over here because I don't know you like that. That said, maybe that's Porsha's smart way of still being like, I don't trust you around my kid. I still don't trust you around my kid because I don't know you yet. But you know what I'm saying? That Papa be doing it. And every time Simon posts a picture up in the Instagram, like, he loves posting pics like this. I can't even do it. loves with the tequila, with the Sprite, with the cigar, as you get older, your saliva gets less and less. He has like clammy, musty, paw breath. Sometimes your paw gives you, but that's not true. My paw, he used to smoke a pipe. I love the smell. Do you guys know the smell of pipe tobacco smells so good? He would smoke a pipe. And I remember sitting at his knees and being like, this is heaven. The smell of the pipe smoke and the tobacco. I would open the tobacco and be like, smells so good, pop, right? But what I'm trying to say is, how sometimes, not my pop, right? My pop, Simon Gabodia could never. My pop still is a treat. My pop is like Giselle's dad. Like my pop is a little snack. Low key he is, right? But what I'm trying to say is, thank you, Tosh. Simon is busy being every single employee at his bed. Exactly. Hello, Patient Simon Gabodia. But you can tell Simon's breath smells like other people's, or not even pops. Those uncles that are always a little bit too fresh with you, and they like plant that wet kiss on your cheek, and then you like try to wipe it off, but for the rest of the time at the family function, you smell their breath on your skin, and you're just like, ugh. You know what I'm saying? But you can't go and wash your skin off, so you just have to sit there and be like, ugh. You try to wipe it off as much as you want. That's what his breath looks like and smells like. Do you know what I'm saying? Because paws have sweet kisses. They're sweet. No, you have that uncle that has that breath that, like, when they kiss you in the cheek, you can keep smelling your cheek. So you're just like, ugh, always trying to duck and dodge them. That's the way. Oh, yeah, Kalina, your paw chewed tobacco. Exactly. But you know that sweet smell of tobacco, right? It's so good. That's the breath that Simon has. So y'all, let's take some questions from the audience. What y'all want to know? What are y'all feeling? LaShawn said, yuck. Simon gives dirty ground. You guys, listen, does anybody have any questions? This live has been so from, Simon, Delilah, I'm not repeating that. Simon's face and what? I'm not repeating that, right? Listen, Simon, let me find out Simon was getting, hey, Tasha, hands down, you're the best blogger, personality is everything I wish for. Oh, thank you, Tasha Humden. Woohoo, we got a super chat from Tasha Humden. Yo, I'm sorry. I know it's a drag nation, but it just keeps on giving. But I like the fact that they took like a few days off for their PR. The PR was like, cut his phone off. And then they come back and he's rebounded as this family, humble working man that never had shit until he was 50. Spoiler alert, we all know, but again, like I said, I don't give points for people lying to my face, trying to gaslight me, getting upset, trying to attack, acting like I'm crazy. Because at the end of the day, what is the value to me if I got to keep my foot in your neck for me to tell you the truth? Because at the end of the day, yeah, this is all fun, but there's going to be more things we can move on to. So, spoiler alert, I think that Simon is probably praying for the day we actually move on. But the thing that he didn't count on also is when Porsha's little thing comes out and Bravo starts promoting it, they say it's going to be 8 episodes. Nobody really knows because it comes up to like on the editing floor what they really have, right? When his little thing comes out, people are really going to be taking a deep dive into it. And me, yeah, we're here in the streets, but a lot of people are going to start coming out of the works, right? It's very hard to be smoke and mirrors when you're trying, but maybe this is the rebrand. Now he's a family now. Now there's no house. Now Porsha and Simon are agreeing, right, that there's no houses overseas. Literally, his post let us know. Listen, thank you for admitting, confirming everything we thought, everything I showed you guys. Thank you for, we know. Thank you for admitting it. Thank you for admitting that place, house overseas in Nigeria, that Porsha said that they were going to get married, it doesn't exist. There are multiple properties around the world, doesn't exist. Now, no shade, they are over in Cancun, and you guys are like, oh, they can afford that. But y'all, according to Michelle ATL Atlantean, y'all go ahead and give Sunday Omni and Michelle Brown Atlantean. I know you guys probably already know them. You're like, you're the one. You guys are probably listening like, bitch, you're the one that just started YouTube. We know all about Michelle Brown. I think it's Atlantean, ATLIEN, Atlantean, Michelle Brown, or Sunday Omni. They have way more subscribers than me. So you're like, bitch, you're the unknown. But still, let me give them a shout out anyway, right? But they were the ones, and she just did a live, Michelle just did a live about how And it tracks with everything that I've discovered and everything I've found out. So it tracks with what I'm saying. So I think she's super credible. That all this vacation, even down to Porsha's birthday party, the production paid the majority of Porsha's birthday party. That birthday party that Porsha said Simon threw for her, no, it's the same way Drew sponsored the trip to New Orleans. Production paid for that, right? Now you can take that budget and add to it, but if you saw that, what was it? And y'all didn't think it was odd. Y'all didn't think it was odd that in that, she had people from from Married to Medicine, everybody except for Contessa, because Contessa dragged her ass for filth. She got her ass together like the Gemini kid. Shout out to Contessa, right? I hope things are better between her and Scott. Low key, I hope she literally finds somebody better than Scott, because Contessa is too beautiful, too fine to be crying over Scott and his eyes of destruction, right? But yes, affordable Cancun. Now, creators, here's the thing. If I'm with my family, I'll be in Cancun, especially if I'm the one paying. We going to DR, we going to Jamaica, we going to Cancun. Matter of fact, we going to Mexico, and I'm getting a damn villa for the week for everyone. We're getting an 11-room villa. I'm gonna get 2 drivers. We're going to have 2 cooks, 1 for the daytime and 1 overnight. And you know what? I'll hire 2 girls to come and help watch the kids, the nieces and the little kids, so we can enjoy ourselves and have fun without worrying about when the kids are gonna fall into the pool. And guess what? It's gonna be overlooking the water. And guess what? For all that, it still won't cost me more than $8,000 a week. And this is gonna be shit on Instagram that'll make you lose your mind. And even with 2 drivers, 2 cooks, and 2 girls to help watch the kids, and this is including groceries, in an 11-year-old villa, looking over the coast in the thing, it's still not gonna be over $8,000. Yeah, affordable Mexico. No shade to Mexico, it's a beautiful place. But when you are trying to stay on budget and you got a lot of people to provide for and you don't want to trick out, you go to DR, you go to Mexico, especially Cancun. Because if you were really trying to drop money, your ass would be in Tulum. If you were really trying to staying at Pablo Escobar's mansion, I highly recommend. Your ass will be in Tulum staying at Pablo Escobar's mansion. Your ass will be on someplace like, even if in Mexico there are uber luxurious places and you're not in any of those, you're in Cancun, flossing with your 1,200 bottle thing of tequila. When is that tequila? Why do I feel like he's, why do I feel like that bottle of tequila, you know what is it, 1947 tequila or whatever, that bottle he's always holding up. Why do I feel like he bought the bottle once and after that he has a funnel and he's just pouring Quavo tequila in it, just refilling it? Because at the end of the day, nobody's gonna be able to tell between that $1,600 tequila and the $27.99 bottle of tea. So you just keep washing it out, making sure the label stays, and just keep pouring in your thing. And that's why he has it in every picture. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, who said it? Stacey Nelson said she feels like that's the same thing going on. That's what's going on. He's just pouring it in, because nobody's ever thinking, sir, where are you getting this bottle from? The restaurant brings things on the rocks, and most restaurants can't actually sit a bottle on the table unless it's in the club. This is in Mexico too. Unless you're buying wine, you're not allowed to sit a bottle on the table because you don't want somebody to overconsume unless it's bottle service. But all the pictures he sees, it's not bottle service. If anything, it's on your balcony. So you're traveling with a bottle of liquor. I don't know. It's giving spring break broke. We've all been there. I've been there, but bitch, I ain't going back. And it was years since I've been to that point. That's what I'm saying, right? What fans voted? For what? Wait, what fans voted? Why did Simon post Idris Elba for Medelia's birthday? I don't know. If I would do my camera roll, do you know how many pictures I could post? It doesn't mean that I'm friends with them. It doesn't mean that we're cool. I can post pictures of people, quiet as kept, that have been over to my house for dinner parties, chilling, friends. Does that mean I could call them and be like, yo, what's up? We hanging out? Oh, you performing tonight? Seriously. To say that you actually know people, that's the thing about knowing famous people. Even Jeezy was probably like, who is this people? Like, what? Who is this? And Jeezy always got that look like, okay, people. You know, Simon's talking about his life, saying, you remind me of myself, Jeezy. You know, when you say I put on, that's the way I felt when they first invented automobiles. And I bought, you know, because before that I had to walk to school every morning. And Jeezy's just like, yeah, I'm glad to hear that, people. Thank you. Where'd you walk every morning? Wow, you guys didn't have a car? Oh, cars weren't invented back then. Wow, that's crazy. You know, the bill comes, right? The bill comes, right? No, Fallon's interview did air. Let me take y'all through. Fallon's interview actually aired on Fox Soul. I think they're inviting her back, but she said a couple of things. She said that Simon has not reached out to her boys, not once, which is why, right? Which is why it's really bad and dangerous that she's letting Pilar get any type of a connection with Simon. Because as soon as they're done, he'll walk away and he won't even think twice. Like, here's the thing. You know how, like, every time I date someone and I hear them talk shit about their ex, I always side-eye them because I'm like, listen, you know, in a perfect world, you meet someone and you fall in love. But most likely will be someone that we date by statistics and pull apart. You always hear, whenever you hear an ex talking about my ex is crazy, you know, she was busting my windows and she did this and she did that and she came to my mom's house and she was making a thing. And you know, when you're young and stupid, you're like, oh my God, why would she do that? But then you date that ninja for 3 months and then cut to, you're standing outside with a brick and you hear that sound, you're probably wondering how you got here, right? You stand outside with a brick about to bust his window and it's like, you're probably wondering how I got here. That's what it is like. That's why whenever a guy or a girl talks shit about their ex, I'm like, nah, you were the crazy one. I don't trust that mess because most likely they're gonna treat you even worse when they break up. Do you know what I'm saying, right? Yeah, when you talk about the ex, you're gonna be standing there with a brick above the window. You're probably wondering how I got here, right? And then you go back 3 months. Oh, really? She treated you so bad? And then you see, right? Yes, roll that beautiful B footage, exactly. Roll that B-roll. Roll that, this is how it happened. So it's like you do that, you see that the businesses are smoke and mirrors, whatever. I actually am really interested to see what the courting phase was like with Simon and Falynn, because Falynn seems so level-headed, so classy, so even keeled, but also she seemed to have found like some type of inner peace. And I don't mean just from the Simon situation. I mean that I feel like she always strives for that beautiful Taurus earth sign energy where you find equilibrium and you realize that you are as mighty as the earth. And though there might be storms and floods and tidal waves and all this stuff, you are the earth. And when it all blows over, the earth will remain. And then the earth still regrows and it flourishes even more. Do you know what I'm saying? Like earth people just have that energy to me. Like fires may come that burn your heart out, but you're going to remain. And from those fires, you're going to actually flourish even more, right? So that's what I mean. So I'm really wondering what the courting stage was like. That's what I want to know. How did he get you? How did he bag you? What did he say to you? Put it on and make it money, marry me. Put him in and make it money, marry me. But from what I've heard, if it's true about him being a narcissist, narcissists become whoever you think you are. You know how Simon's like, I date broken people? I don't think he dates broken people. I think that when he meets, he probably tries to connect with people and get you to tell you all your hopes and dreams and all these things and make you feel like, wow, nobody's ever respected me or loved me like you. And then the minute you get out of line, he starts throwing that shit in your face. You know, like, tell me all your problems. And you're like, I'm crying because my third grade teacher never let me play. And she said I talk too much. This is a true story. She said I talk too much and she always put me in timeout. And I was always in trouble because I could never focus on my work. And this is a true story. This is very hurtful to me, right? And they're just like, oh, poor baby, poor baby, poor baby. And then when y'all get in an argument and he's like, yo, wear that black dress. And you're like, I want to wear the blue dress. He's like, yeah, that's why your third grade teacher knew you wasn't shit. That's why she kept you away from other kids. That's why you was crying in the corner and you should have. They literally take all the pain you told them and try to turn it around on you, right? I just shared something very, very emotional with you guys. And because of that, why don't y'all go and hit the like button? I shared something very, very emotional with you guys, right? Yep, thank you, Moni Loves, during the devaluation, right? But anyway, y'all, this live, right? Simon's a manipulator, is exactly what they do. That's exactly what she's doing. Anyway, y'all, listen, I'm supposed to be living it up. Y'all, follow me on Instagram, Tattle Tells. I am revamping my actual page when I post, but I've started posting shit on my stories, so it's really, really interesting. And you can even follow me on Twitter, Tattle Tells it all. And I hope everybody in this chat is actually following me on YouTube, because if you guys know anything about my shenanigans, this was an actual kind of boring live. Usually my lives are a lot more fun. Everybody in the comments in the rest of my lives, don't say shit. There's like 20 people being like, oh, you know that meme where like the guy's like, I don't know about that. That's the way you were when I was like, yo, my lives are more lit. Don't embarrass me in front of company, y'all. Do not embarrass me in front of company. For anyone that's new to my channel, make sure you like and subscribe. My lives are even more lit. Don't embarrass me in front of company, y'all. Back me up, all right? But yeah, thank you, Adrena. Thank you. Listen, I'm going to, actually, next time I go live, who said background? If I get back room, we'll be able to call in. You know what? I'm going to get back room or live stream. I actually have StreamYard, but I didn't use StreamYard today. But I'll either get back stream, I'll try back room. What did you call it? Thank you, LaShawn. Oh, you follow me on Instagram. Shout out to LaShawn Deneen. Oh, thank you, Red. Thank you, Lily. Oh, for any of you guys that are interested in matching lip clips, really, Lily, the red lipstick hustler, she sells beautiful matching red lipsticks, you guys. You so have to try them out. They're honestly like really gorgeous. Make sure you go and support. Tattle Tells, Porsha will play stupid and say he scammed her to get people to feel sorry for her. She'll do that act with Phaedra at the reunion. Everyone will feel sorry for her. Call for reviews. I completely agree with it. But honestly, you know what it is? Simon's so unlikable. Like, just his energy is so like, I'm looking forward to it. Because the one thing I know about Porsha, and this is her thing, Porsha has 9 lives. And honestly, I'll tell you the truth. Porsha's entertaining for TV. Would I want to be friends with somebody like Porsha? Nah, because you're not taking my man. Like, no, y'all see, like, I'm not letting him go fight a fight. But what I'm trying to say is, but for entertainment purposes, she's entertaining. I will say that Simon, on the other hand, boo, throws tomatoes. Boo, throws more tomatoes. You know what I'm saying? Listen, for some reason, Porsha don't get accountable. Listen, I think she does get held accountable, but I think that there's a lot of people that, this is the last thing I'll say. I think that there's a lot of people, right? A lot of people that does the dumb shit Porsha do, but they have repercussions in real life. And they don't want to have repercussions because they're very, very immature and they're literally ruled by ego. Now, I'm not saying Portia's a narcissist, right? But she's definitely, I was watching, whose live was I watching? Candy Washington's. I was watching Candy Washington's live, and she had an interesting theory about how, like, Portia's not a narcissist, but she might have narcissistic tendencies because she's ruled by ego. She actually made a really good point. And I think that I'm expanding on her point that Porsha, because she's ruled by ego, a lot of people are ruled by ego and they don't want to be held accountable. But in the real world, you're always held accountable. So it makes them feel good to see Porsha doing the same dumb shit they do that blew up in their face and destroyed their whole lives. But this time, not only does Porsha get away with it, but she's pushed up. And the victims are the ones that are torn down. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like a weird psychological play. I am saying association is assimilation, and I think they cheer her on because they share a lot of the same personality traits. But in real life, and you mollywop somebody, charges are being pressed. In real life, if you steal someone's husband, your name is shit. Do you see what I'm saying? The reality TV and what the producers let you see are not real life. 6.4 million people following you on Instagram. Great, right? I hope to get there one day, but it's still not real life. We know that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm saying. And they really, really enjoy that. These are the people, again, people that casually like Porsha. I'm one of those people. I casually enjoy Porsha, right? I understand it's a show, but like at the end of the day, also, one of the reasons why reality TV is so beautiful to everyone, because it literally is modern cultural anthropology. Listen, do I know Porsha personally? No. Do I know Falynn? Never talked to her in my life. Do I know Kenya Moore? No. But I know the archetypes they portray. That's what it is. It's like picking sports teams, right? To root for the Cowboys, to root for the Buccaneer. I don't know football. To root for Philadelphia Eagles, to root for the New York Giants. San Fran Wizard, whatever. Pick some fucking teams. I'm trying to think of like the last teams. To pick some teams. You root for your team. When you watch reality TV, that's why I don't get people that's just like, y'all need to let them live their lives. You guys, the whole show is to discuss them like a telenovela. The same way guys and women too that are sports fans will literally sit there and discuss everything about a sports team, down to the players' private life, their trades, their beefs, their this and that. Reality TV is my sports. It's our sports, where you're watching archetypes and you're rooting for the archetypes that you identify with, but also the archetypes that you would like to be. There's a lot of people that see Porsha's stuff, that they have that same archetype of not being able to take accountability and doing very dangerous stuff, but they get consequences, and they love that Porsha doesn't get consequences from it, you know? Like, this is my consequence. This mosquito bite in the middle of my head. I'm telling y'all, Simon might be doing some roots on me. Like, right there, boom. That's Gato. He sent that mosquito with a mission, and the mosquito said, say no more. That bitch is going down, and look at this. Say no more. Say no more. Got me on live just looking like, hi, everybody, and welcome to my live. But anyway, we won't say that, right? Mystery solved, right? See, listen, Val, I've never been attracted to Porsha's archetype either, but I found her archetype amusing, but also next to a different type of archetype. Like, I found her amusing when she was next to Nene's archetype or Phaedra's archetype, you know? Not Kenya's too, but Porsha has a deep insecurity whenever she's standing next to Kenya. And I don't, listen, maybe it's me, maybe because like words don't, because listen, some of y'all be in, not y'all, right? So, yeah, it seems like it's attainable. Not y'all, but some people be in my comments saying crazy shit to me. And I usually, and literally, sometimes I'd be over at breakfast and I'd be like, that was a good one. This shit makes me laugh. I mean, don't get me wrong. Nobody's ever too out of pocket. Like, I'm not getting some crazy, but just the way they're like, you just jealous. You just want D from Simon. You wish you had that you never had a private chat. And I just sit there and smirk and giggle and like eat my breakfast and mind my business, because words don't hurt me. A word, like, you would have to the only thing that can faze me is for you to physically put your hands on me. And I want you to say, if you physically put your hands on me, please believe it won't be over, because I'll call every cousin, even ones I didn't know I had. Please know that this shit won't be over if you physically put your hands. But that's how you break my cool. You would have to physically put your hands on me to get me to come out of character. But if it's words, I don't give a shit about words. So to see somebody like Kenya Moore come and attack me with words, all right, well, I got words too. We're gonna have a war of attrition, bitch. I got words too. Let's have a war of attrition. Again, not saying Kenya wouldn't get some stings and not whatever, but for someone to just come at me with words because I can also attack with words, it's nothing, right? It's literally nothing. But if you put your hands on me, now you've crossed the boundary, and now you're gonna see me getting out of character and acting a damn fool until the cops are called. Do you see what I'm saying? But somebody, maybe of an architect like Porsha, that feels and I don't wanna say, because there are some people, just because you're not quick with it doesn't mean that you're not intelligent. I know a lot of people, even my best friend, when something comes at them, because they're so analytical and they usually get the last laugh, right? They don't have a response right there because they're in their feelings, and then they go home and they either think about it, but they make a plan to act. That's earth sign, water sign energy, right? But what I'm trying to say is the way Kenya is aggressive doesn't seem aggressive to me, because it's like, whatever. Like, I can ignore words. Somebody calling me an idiot, I'm like, whatever. But I think when Kenya calls Porsha an idiot, Porsha actually feels insecure, because I think she does think she's stupid. You know, when she said, we would like, when people laugh at Porsha, it literally gets something in her, because I think Porsha's been laughed at a lot. Again, I've been laughed at. We've all been laughed at, right? But again, it rolls off my back because my sense of self is so formed. For you to call me stupid, for you to call me this, for you to say obsessed, for you to tell me to give a like, it just makes me giggle. It makes me giggle because I'm like, thank you for the energy. Do you know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm saying, right? Delilah said Simon has a Vienna, I guarantee you. Stacey said, I agree. And Leah says, like, just laughing along, right? Shady was never shady in the same. Yeah, but exactly, Val, to your point. Phaedra, I can deal with somebody like Phaedra. Phaedra was never shady in the face, but she was shady in the confessionals, which was fine. Because I'm the type of person, I don't care if I hate you. this is one of the reasons that annoys me about Porsha's archetype. I realize I don't know her personally. I'm talking about the archetype that she's portrayed. The way that everything's always so serious. We're at a group dinner. Can we get out of our feelings and just fake laugh and smile, eat our food and go home? But Porsha's so emotional, she ruins the whole damn dinner because she's just sitting there disgusted by people. I can appreciate somebody like Phaedra that will smile in my face too, and we can have this group dinner and nobody feels uncomfortable, and then boom. And then you say your shady shit and I'll say my shady shit. And that's it. And it's over, right? Oh, thank you, Almighty Mac. Thank you. Y'all see I sweated out my edges, but I got my old edge control back, so it works better. You know the edge booster. I tried a bunch of edge controls, but really, that purple grape scented edge booster, if y'all don't know about edge booster, don't get the one that says gel. Get the water-based pomade, and they have it in a bunch of scents. The can's like this big. I take the grape one because you know I love smelling like Kool-Aid and Now Laters like mixed together, or the pineapple one. You know if there's an opportunity to smell like Now Laters or Jolly Ranchers, I'll take it, right? There you go. Thank you, Stacy. There you go. That stripper says, that stripper, first of all, she did not say Simon was packing. She said, well, you know, he's African. And also, that stripper, she said Simon was packing because why mess up any more money coming her way? Girl, if Falynn was cheating with Jaylan, do you think that Porsha don't even want, y'all seen the body language, Porsha don't even want Simon touching her. Does that seem like Simon's packing? I'm just saying, nobody knows what's in that man's pants, right? This is all pure speculation. But does that seem like it? Point of view, here's Simon. Put it on the make it when they marry me. Put it on the make it when they marry me. Put it on the make it when they marry me. Because Simon swears he be doing something. He be in it. Yeah, babe. Yeah. You want some of this? You can't handle this girl, right? And then this is Porsha trying to fake, but she can't tell it so much. It's Porsha point of view of Porsha dancing with Simon. Babe, I love you too. Jamia. PJ, come here, mommy needs to hold you. Literally, she'll do anything. She acts, literally, you know how sometimes when you don't want somebody touching you subconsciously, you like, if they like touch your shoulder, you're like, hey, what's up? You don't even realize you're moving against them, but you're literally trying to melt underneath them like, ugh. Right? That's what Porsha's trying to do, right? That's what Porsha is trying to do every single time Simon helps her. Now get this. We already know his face is trash, right? He looks, that's another thing about Simon looking 60. Simon does not look like he's 60. Simon low-key looks like he's like 68. He looks like he's not sick, but you know when someone's kidneys don't work and their skin's a little ashy? That, I'm not even being funny. That's the way he looks like. His kidneys don't work because his skin's like really ashy. And for him to be black and 60 years old, usually you don't look that old when you're black and 60. You feel what I'm saying, right? So we know his face is trash, right? We know. Like, there's just, you can't get around it. You cannot, the most you can hold, you cannot get around it, right? However, if he was good in other areas, I think you could at least see that sexual attraction. And from all the pictures we've seen, have you seen it? I haven't seen it. No, seriously, have you seen it? Because I have not seen it. And now I know we're just sitting here cutting up like we're girlfriends, right? And having like girl talk, but I haven't seen it. So judging by the way she never wants to be touched, judging by the way, if we even take him at his word, spoiler alert, we don't. It was all a lie, right? It's all lies, right? But Falynn wasn't acting like he had the magic touch. Porsha wasn't acting like he had the magic touch. Now, everyone said that he gets into their minds, but that's not having the magic touch. Because if you have the magic touch, you don't have to sit all that time getting into somebody's mind. Somebody's just like, please get in my mind. Please, 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 please. No. Porsha don't even want that man touching. But watch, because I know they're probably watching my live. Watch in the next 2 weeks, they're gonna post a picture of Simon tonguing her down. And it's gonna be, because you know whenever Porsha is not a big girl. She's curvy, but she is not a big girl by any means. But you know Simon has this little T-Rex hands, so every time he puts his arms around Porsha, she makes Porsha look like she's an extra in the clumps. The way he holds Porsha makes it seem like Porsha is this big. That's the way his little arms hold her. So he's gonna like probably be holding her and tonguing her down, and we're just collectively gonna be like, and Portia's gonna be like, love you too, babe. Yeah, babe. Last night was awesome. Like, girl, oh, imagine swinging off chandeliers and doing all that mess. And is fool's gold at the end of that rainbow. Can you imagine doing all that mess all that swinging off the chandeliers, all that dancing when they come together, and she's rubbing his head and trying to convince him so much that she's into him. I guess Simon likes his head rubbed, right? Because she's always rubbing his head. But if you notice when she's rubbing his head, they're never like pelvis to pelvis. She's always like those subconscious things you can't help. She's always like this, but she's rubbing his head, and Simon's just like doing his little labata. Put her in and make her wanna marry me. Put her in like, y'all, they're a mess. They are a mess, right? Yes, exactly. Listen, you said, yeah, it's an invisible lad. I think they're both benefiting just like Dennis. Who's benefiting? Why'd you delete it, Boom Shakalaka? Listen, I do think that at this point, Porsha has figured out, because I know she saw this the expose, right? Everybody's been talking about it. I think that Porsha has figured out that he doesn't have what he says he was. But at this point, because they are filming the reality show, Porsha's going to keep him back. She's going to keep him around for like a little bit longer, you know? And then she'll play the victim and she'll throw him away. The only thing is, Simon seems like he's petty and messy. So, I don't know. Simon seems like judging by the way he treated Falynn, Simon seems like he is petty and messy. And if the way he tried to treat Falynn is any indication of the way he's going to treat Porsha, not if, but my prediction, you know, I'm going to do a tarot reading. I'm going to do a tarot reading tomorrow. I'm going to do a tarot reading tomorrow on them. I'm also going to do, well, not tomorrow, maybe even today. I'm going to do a tarot reading. I'm going to do a tarot reading on Porsha and Simon, and also Jaylen and Falynn. I'm going to do a tarot reading on them and actually see what comes up. Y'all be on the lookout. And last thing, y'all said y'all wanted a Real Housewives of Potomac recap. And I took my time and did it. And y'all sitting there letting that flop on Al Gore's internet, YouTube. Y'all, if you guys are into show recaps, you should watch my you should watch my Real Housewives of Potomac. I'm reviewing this season. Go and watch my reviews. I think they're really funny. I think they're really good. And y'all asked for them and I took my time. So can y'all go ahead and check that shit out? I think it's good. And we'll keep going. Or maybe next time I'll do the review, I'll do lives. All right? There we go. Let's see. Hi, Tisa. Tried to get a reading via WhatsApp. No, Sandra, I got back to you. I should have given you my WhatsApp number. Message me again, right? Oh, thank you. Lily also did a Real Housewives of Potomac review. She's the Red Lipstick Hustler Lily. She's in my comments, but also just put in Red Lipstick Hustler or Red Lipstick Lily into the YouTube search engine and you'll find her. And she does it on Instagram Live too. Sharon, message me on WhatsApp, okay? Yes, Grandma Scary. Simon's exes definitely seem to be happy to get rid of him, without a doubt. Anyway, y'all, we've been on, I'm doing tarot today too, so I need to get like a little bit of sleep, right? Because this is another travel day. I'm literally making my way over to Greece, but we're stopping all these different places. Y'all know me. I'm going to be on vacation for the next 5 weeks, but y'all know this is just my life. I'm just always traveling around, which is why I want to do YouTube full time, right? But I'm making my way over to Greece. So y'all, check me out on Instagram, Tattle Tells. I'm going to be posting shit in my stories. I always post cool stuff in my stories, and I'm revamping my page so you'll see like cool things. You can catch me talking trash on Twitter. I'm always interacting. And I'm going to put a post, but I'm going to be doing tarot Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of every week, even when I am on vacation, because I do want to do this full time. So I'm making a commitment to actually be consistent. All right, everybody. All right. Oh, thank you, Adrena. I am trying to stay motivated and actually be consistent, because they said that's the number one thing on YouTube, to stay consistent. And if I don't, the next time y'all gonna see me is 5 weeks from now. But I'm gonna post some cute stuff from my vacay too. And when I get to Greece, I think I'm staying in Greece for 2 weeks. So I'm going all around the EU, catching up on stuff. I'll take you through everything I do. And then we're gonna stop in Greece for 2 weeks, okay? So, yeah, good night, everybody. All right, good night, everybody. I'll talk, yeah, Jackie, I'm not in Greece yet, but I'm gonna be in Greece like the first or second week of August. I'm gonna stay there for 2 weeks, but I'm going all around Europe. So we're staying like 3 or 4 or 5 days in one place, and we're going another place. Basically, I'm gonna be on vacation for 5 weeks. And then when I come back, I'm gonna rest, and then I'm gonna go back on vacation. Thank God my boyfriend loves traveling around, so it's good. Good night, everybody. Talk to y'all later. And thank you everybody for giving me all those likes. I appreciate it. Don't worry, y'all still gonna see me, but if you are into tarot, I'll be there Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday doing tarot. I'll post reminders. You guys can come in for readings, but I'll probably be on for like 2 hours at a time. All right, thank you so much. Bye, Lily. Bye, everybody. I'll talk to you later. Talk to y'all later. Gloria said, so Simon, I was done. Don't compare me to Mr. Simon, because Simon is fine in Cancun. Next week they're going to be in Jamaica, and the week after that they're going to be in the Dominican Republic. So I'll see y'all. Bye, everybody.